You welcome back to another Among Us lore read aloud. We're back in the fucking mines.
Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier, and welcome to more of this horse shit.
Yep, that's true. We actually got Markiplier as a guest on this
Yeah.
stream.
The
It is
actual
I, Mark.
Markiplier.
Yeah, it's crazy
It
how
is
this is
I,
actually true.
Markiplier.
Yeah.
Did you know I'm actually responsible for the bite of 87? That was me. That was me.
Yeah, he
I
actually
am
did all
real.
that shit.
Yeah, he
I
actually bit that child.
yeah.
That's true.
I was
That's
actually
true.
reacting to myself there.
That's just facts. Yep. Anyway,
Yeah.
welcome back to Among Us lore. This is the 11th read aloud. So, if you guys are just now tuning in, let me briefly explain what Among Us lore is. And I mean
It's hell.
briefly. It's hell. You know what? That's all you
Hell.
really need to know. That's all you need to know.
I mean, honestly,
that's all you gotta know about.
I
It's
mean,
hell.
hell is a bit of an understatement at this point.
That's true.
If you
That's
you are
true.
a character in this story, then you are in hell.
Well, you know the TV show The Good Place, right? How there's like a good place and a bad place. This is the worst place.
This is the abysmal place.
The
No, this is
insipid
super hell.
You should
The
watch.
abhorrent
I've
place.
been watching it
The
lately. It's a
nefarious place.
great, excellent show. But that's besides the point. The point. I only brought that up to make the joke that this is like the worst place you could possibly imagine.
There is no worse place.
No, it would.
It's like Warhammer 40k, but shittier.
Yeah, but shittier is the important part of that sentence.
But even worse.
Imagine being worse than Warhammer 40k. I believe we've even established that it's worse than the Hoi 4 mod, The New Order, which is a pretty strong statement in and of itself.
The newest order.
The newer order.
The newer order.
Yeah, but basically what Among Us lore actually is it's just like this shit ass roleplay that like we came up with based on like this old Among Us like meme series by like this channel called Game Tunes. And we basically made a fan fiction out of it that spiraled into a long ass roleplay. And we've had to read it in 10 separate read alouds, live streams and recordings.
It's still going to this day, so
I think we're gonna need at least like 25.
We may. So I'm just saying we may be doing these for a while.
Yeah, we might need at least 25-ish to cover the entire plot because it gets lengthier the more it goes, and like more like robust, I guess.
More like.
Plus, it's still going on.
I guess.
Yeah. What was the last message that we stopped on?
I think I sent
it. I think it was like right before Albuquerque. That's right here.
Well, it was right when it was on
staring
Gus's
out into
death.
the harsh New Mexico sun.
Wait, I found it. Staring out into the harsh New Mexico sun.
I just said that.
Yep. Right. Staring out into the harsh New Mexico sun and watching his nation's forces slowly fall to the carcasses and stellifolians nearby, he lets out one final breath, adjusts his tie, and collapses to the ground, deceased.
Holy shit, it's like this happened before.
Damn.
Yep.
So what, we starting then?
The funny thing is that I'm pretty sure like the characters in Breaking Bad have canonical knowledge of what happens in Breaking Bad, and yet Gus still gets taken out the exact same fucking way for some reason.
Before Gore.
Before Gore.
This was the moment Walt became Heisenberg.
Yeah.
He fucking blew himself up with a fucking blaze powder.
Yep.
Whatever the hell it was.
It was blaze powder. I basically made up a fake mechanic for blaze powder just to give him a reason to explode.
Just so he could explode.
I mean, that's what the Mojang devs really need to be doing with Minecraft.
Yeah.
Rewrote reality just to kill this man.
I mean, that's what being a writer is all about. Like, that's just the day job.
I guess it is. News reporters quickly pick up on what happens.
The loan sharks in the base managed to survive, but having been unable to protect Gus in time, this still isn't much of a victory to them at all. Mike Ehrmantraut, who sees the base explode while in battle, learns of the news very fast and immediately assumes emergency control of Los Pollos Hermanos, although the government is quickly destabilizing with Gus's death. Hermanian morale plummets dramatically, allowing carcasses and stellafolians to advance ever further. I suppose that would happen, if you're...
Holy shit, stellafolians advance.
Oh my god, you're right.
The stellafolians finally make, progress.
They finally did something.
It's true.
They're finally doing something.
Real shit.
Their first bit of ground, it's because the nation is fucking collapsing. That's
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I like how strong
I think the funniest thing about Stellafolium is that it's basically the Jogo of like AUL, because it's objectively a very strong country. It's just that every war it fights, it happens to be fighting like the top tiers of the verse, so you never see it actually do anything. Like, it is literally just the Jogo of AUL nations.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Meanwhile, this is a powerful guy. Trust us. He's just fighting fucking Gojo.
Look, okay, we know.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about Jogo is that, like, he never canonically wins a fight in the series. But, like, if you, as a regular person, ever encountered Jogo, you would be completely fucked. Like...
Look, we know this nation has never won a war ever, but they really are strong, guys. Trust me.
Yeah, the guys are strong. They're strong. Trust.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true.
It's like Nazi Germany. Trust me, guys. Trust us, guys. We're strong. We just lost the only war we fought.
Yeah. No, true. I mean, the thing is, though, if the entire military of Nazi Germany showed up on your door, you'd probably be a little bit worried for your life. Like, that's still a pretty noticeable threat. I think it's the same with Jogo. I mean, Jogo has more of a legitimate claim to strength than the Nazis. At least he actually had superpowers.
It's like that one meme: build hyper military in society, fight one war, lose.
Yeah, that's really funny when you think about it. Like.
Meanwhile, the Lone Shark offensive has seriously pushed back the Slurperian border to the opposite side. Skarkle receives word and tells his forces to occupy as much territory as they can before John Ohio receives word as well.
They did not whimsically push back the border. They're on that shit.
Yeah, they're locked in, pushing back the border.
They're on the double, dog.
Yeah, they're not fucking around.
As the Lone Sharks get closer to the center, they find more and more resistance. Great thunderstorms and tornadoes begin spontaneously forming in their path.
Unpork has let the dogs out.
Holy shit.
I mean, that's the most consequential event here.
I mean,
see, he gets it. The Lone Sharks chuck giant balls of salt at the carcass fucker soldiers in order to strike them with lightning.
Obviously.
Once Mike realizes the Lone Sharks are trying to occupy Hermanian land for themselves, he fears an imminent betrayal. As such, he contacts John Ohio and informs him of everything that just happened. Oh, this is a funny gag.
Oh god.
John Ohio thanks Mike for the info and promptly sends his ice golems to occupy as much Hermanian land for Ohio 3 as possible. It's like Mike calls up John Ohio and he's like, "Hey, I think we're about to be betrayed by these guys. Can you help us?" And then John Ohio's like, "Thanks for the info," and then immediately betrays them instead.
Still, dude, here, let us move it into beds.
You want to cry? I'll give you something to cry about.
Mike quickly realizes what's happening and wonders why he trusted that John would have LPHs back in the first place. That's a great question. Why would you trust that?
Why did you trust him?
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Why
When Ice Golem 3805 receives the order from John, he's greatly conflicted. For a while now, he's fought alongside the Hermanians and viewed them as comrades. He's been their main supplier of ice meth, after all. 3805 has always been big on loyalty, which is why he didn't follow 8341 when he switched sides to the Gore Slurper. But now he begins to wonder what loyalty truly means. In a literal sense, he concludes that loyalty would mean carrying out John's orders just as he always has. But in a more meaningful sense, he concludes that loyalty means sticking with the people you truly care about to the bitter end. In retrospect, 3 out of 5 realizes that John Ohio hasn't really done much for him. If anything, the Hermanians see him as more of an equal, while John views him as just another pawn in his schemes. At least with LPH, 3805 has basked in the glory alongside the others. He shared the profits from their drug empire and made memories. Perhaps, 3805 concludes, a life of servitude to John isn't what he wants anymore. So after a long moment of self-reflection, 3805 closes communications with John and refuses to carry out the order. Instead, he orders the ice golems under his command to form a defensive line around Albuquerque and defend the city with all their might, while Mike and his forces evacuate civilians and move the local money stashes elsewhere. Mike is initially confused by this, but once he realizes 3805 is defecting to help LPH, he's relieved. It isn't long before a few ice golems who are loyal to John inform him what's going on with 3805, unfortunately. I mean, wouldn't he know something was up when he cut communications? Like,
I mean, yeah. Maybe he thought it was just like cyber warfare.
Yeah, true. I guess that's fair.
Maybe.
Okay. So, in reference to the giant balls of salt and striking people with lightning.
Because I guess that's the thing that's happening.
You know that the lightning.
I figured salt was conductive.
The lightning is supernatural in nature. The giant fucking salt balls don't work, and it also doesn't work because the carcasses are all fighting.
I mean,
in addition, the Gore Slipper is not particularly pleased by this development and decides to do a little trolling in the form of almost instantaneously transforming the land in front of the loan sharks into a several 1,000-foot tall labyrinth.
How does it make sense? How does it make sense that the lightning is supernatural in nature? It doesn't the in nature part kind of imply it's natural.
Holy shit. You're right.
Well, no, I don't know. I mean, if
I have to kill myself now.
0 out of 10. This ruins the entire
if there was
story.
a giant
Abysmal
ball
dog
of salt heading my way, I feel like that would probably do less than good things to me. Yeah, if it like, well, first if it just steamrolled me. Second, if I survived that, you know.
I mean,
yeah, I mean,
you could just like move out of the way.
Well, what if they have another one?
What if you just move
keep
again?
moving out of the way?
What if they have another one?
What if you like legally obligate them to not throw giant balls of salt at you?
They don't have my consent to throw giant balls of salt at me.
I do not consent to having giant balls of salt thrown at me.
Dude, why didn't Los Pollos Hermanos just not consent to being invaded?
Yeah, you're right.
That should have been that should have been how they did it, but whatever.
I mean, yeah, that's not what should have been the strategy. Well, I mean, although given Superior's status stance on consent, that might not have worked.
It's the worst time for me to get like a water going down the wrong path moment.
You know, it's
That water strategically placed itself in my esophagus. Well, not my esophagus, my windpipe.
It's still so funny to me that Finn's suggestion to Skarkle for how to defeat the Gore Slurpers is to fight the Gore Slurper. It's to fight gods, basically.
Oh yeah, I remember he said that. Meanwhile, the Battle of Albuquerque rages on. 3805 uses as much power as he can muster to form a massive ice dome around the center of the city with a few openings people can be evacuated through.
John Sober and John Gay Allen plant a bomb in the room. Due to them being in every single room in existence at once, which is a thing that was established, this means every room now has a bomb in it.
Sure.
Rodinger himself comes down from the skies and declares him to be in a random basement in Arkansas. I mean, this means every bomb except the one in Arkansas is deleted.
The bomb implodes.
Robert Bobby Ragsfield comes home to find that his basement has inexplicably transformed into a black hole.
Average occurrence in the South.
Real?
Can't have shit in Little Rock.
Damn.
He swears to take revenge on liberal media.
Yeah. I mean, why wasn't it a white hole? It had to be woke. That's a DEI hole right there.
What's next? What's the rainbow hole?
The gender liberal hole.
The gender hole.
Mike remains on the battlefield in Albuquerque, shooting down several carcasses with his gun. Somehow, he can just do that. He also causes several more to instantly explode by simply saying, "Here's what's gonna happen." I like how he never used this ability again. Part of this is due to Meta Liberty still playing in Los Pollos Hermanos, although they're being escorted from place to place constantly for protection. Oh, that actually makes sense.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Mike's fear is grazed by a stray bullet.
Not again, he remarks.
Damn.
Or his attempts to engage him in melee combat, having not gotten shot.
Mike somehow beats the carcass to death with his bare hands, thus turning it into an actual carcass. Meanwhile, the situation in Scotland, the British Isle, I think that's supposed to be and the British Isles as a whole, but whatever. Meanwhile, the situation in Scotland and the British Isles as a whole is getting more chaotic. Various groups of people have formed into paramilitary armies, directly disobeying the government and carrying out their own systems of laws. This is just mine. Rogue street gangs go about murder. What do I even... I don't have to say the sentence, do I?
You do.
Okay.
Well, I have to say something way worse, okay?
Yeah, you're right.
Wrathfoot takes to the streets on his horse and begins cutting them down. He could...
I mean, who is he cutting down?
The gangs, probably? The gangs.
Dude, I would imagine is going after gangs. Everyone.
I would hope it's the gangs.
That's his fucking job.
I would hope it's not the gangs, since they're the ones who are actually enforcing decent laws, but whatever. Many police and politicians, I mean, from the perspective of, like, the government, then, yeah, I mean, he should be going after the gangs, but, like, from the perspective of me, he shouldn't
be. A normal
be.
Fucking person.
Yeah. Many police and politicians secretly fund the gangs because it's the only way to stop the rising rates. As any attempt to do so through law would anger Slurperia. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to have another extended cut.
Are we gonna have to do another director's cut?
It's the showrunner's cut at this point. Requests by Scottish lords are frequently sent to Slurperia, begging them to reconsider their stance because of how much internal instability the fuck those kids' lives causing, and how many people have been harmed by it. I feel like internal instability is maybe 7th or 8th down the list of concerns with that law.
Wrathfoot continues killing the paramilitaries, but soon realizes that Scotland is pretty fucked given they fucked those kids.
He's just now realizing this.
Metaphorically and literally.
The next morning, Galloway wonders why he can't contact any of his Congress people.
Wrathfoot walks into his office covered from head to toe in gore.
I like how this implies Galloway didn't even know that he was going to do that. Like,
Galloway didn't know he was going to do that.
Like, they just decided to murder his entire Congress right behind his back.
Like he's they're just like a bat signal. He just has like a bat signal or some shit. Like
fucking bad. Galloway realizes he's quickly running out of government officials to order around, since they all keep getting murdered for disobedience or killing themselves out of guilt for being part of the Scottish government.
To be fair, I would probably kill myself too.
Yeah, if there's any reason to. Like,
Wrathfoot suggests appointing random schmucks to government positions, since that's basically what the previous ones were.
He does that. He also disbands the now empty Congress and gives himself full legislative powers.
Wrathfoot wonders why he hadn't done that already.
He was probably just lazy. Like, he wanted people to do work for him.
He forbore.
That's also fair. The entire country trembles in fear now that he has full legislative powers.
This is due to a 6.3 earthquake.
Elon Musk, for some
In
reason,
fucking
who's
Scotland.
just I mean, that's how unprecedented it is. Elon Musk, for some reason he's here, lobbies Galloway to pass a law requiring all citizens of the Scottish Empire to pay for Twitter Blue. He does so, and public outrage takes off again.
Dear lords.
Ratfoot looks out to Scotland and then back at Galloway, who is literally making the worst decisions possible at every given moment. He just realized this. Not the smartest guy. A thought flashes through his head, but he shakes it off and goes off to kill.
He's got the spirit.
Yeah.
He got no thoughts, just murder.
It's funny to me how, like, the very concept of Twitter Blue is so insane to me. Like, you could not pay me like $8 a month to be on Twitter, let alone make me pay Twitter to be on Twitter for 8 months or for a month per month, whatever.
It doesn't even fucking like do anything.
No, it does boost your potential for hit tweets and interactions, I think, by a slight margin.
Oh.
Gives you like comment priority, but it's like, it's not worth it at all. Like, you're on fucking Twitter, man. Like, what are you gonna do with that shit? I mean, apparently,
cool Pokemon art.
Apparently there is a thing where like the top most Twitter Blue accounts get like ad revenue from their tweets, except it turns out that Elon is just giving it to all his favorite people just completely discriminately, so it's pointless.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That sounds like Elon.
that sounds like him.
Galloway realizes he needs to do anything to improve the country. As such, he finds Craig Corn, the unicorn he put in charge of economics during his original reign over Scotland years and years ago. Craig has grown old and his legs are paralyzed, so a regular horse just has to carry him around everywhere at this point.
Ratfoot places a boombox in the Edinburgh town square and starts playing Take Me Home Country Roads by John Denver.
The fucking CEO of Denver.
Holy
I know
shit.
it's a real guy, but like, it's funny. In any case, Galloway appoints Craig as the Minister of Economics again. Craig is handed a bunch of data sheets about the economy so he can make a plan, but instead starts eating the paper. Galloway just sighs and projects the knowledge into Craig's brain with his gore slurperous powers.
As well, public citizen tries to assassinate Ratfoot, but as he sits next to his boombox, but he just waits them out as they beat on him uselessly.
Craig immediately gets to work on an economic plan and comes back suggesting that the entire economy be remodeled around hay as the primary currency. He communicates this with flip cards. Galloway decides to go along. I like how he's the only horse that does this. All the other ones can just talk.
Yeah.
He's old, He didn't learn to talk, and he doesn't want to do it now.
That's true. He's one of the old gen horses. Back in my day, we horses used flip cards.
Back in my day, we didn't talk. We just fucking killed each other.
Flip carded. And Galloway decides to go along with this because it might help Scotland achieve more economic independence. Unsurprisingly, a bunch of horses form a crime syndicate and start price gouging all their hay to become rich.
Ratfoot gets up to go kill the horses, with people still wailing on him with whatever they could find around.
The horse syndicate offers to pay Ratfoot more than his government salary if he doesn't do anything about them.
Ratfoot considers their offer, then realizes he has nowhere to put all the hay as he doesn't have a house. He then wonders where he's going to put his salary now that it's hay. It confuses him, and he begins standing statue still as he attempts to compute it.
I love how Ratfoot is still an official government employee after literally murdering all of Congress behind Galloway's back without even telling him.
I mean, maybe he did tell Galloway. Galloway just. I feel like Galloway might have just not been listening,
That's true.
It's just like,
I mean, surely that has to constitute some form of treason.
I mean, think about it. I mean, Ratfoot kills so many people at this point that it probably just all blends together. Galloway doesn't actually realize what's going on.
That's
true. A million is just a statistic. I mean, forget a million being a statistic. It's probably a billion at this point.
That's true. I mean, isn't that like a Stalin quote where he was like, one death is a tragedy, like a million is a statistic?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think that's Stalin.
I think I remember that because it was on a Hoi 4 loading screen or something.
That's legit.
I like something that will
Um,
be on always forloading.
I, yeah, I love the random batshit headcanon where like Ratfoot is just like the evil version of an autistic person. Like he's just neurodivergent.
His special interest is killing people.
Literally. The horses just offer to convert the salary to quid before paying it.
I have not heard this headcanon before.
Well, I mean, we had a whole bit about this. We had a whole bit about this in the last one actually, where
I don't remember that.
we pretended that Ratfoot killing people was just stimming.
Oh wait, no, I remember that. I remember that now.
It was started with a joke about how he was pacing around, so I was like, Ratfoot has the zoomies, and then we pivoted into the fucking, he's just stimming.
he's just neurodivergent.
Your Honor, my client
it's
can be
really
tried
funny
for
because it's funny because like as an autistic person, I can actually relate to some of the stuff that Ratfoot does, but on the other hand, he's like a fucking axe murderer who goes around killing people, and that part I don't relate to. But like,
Your
I did not realize that.
Can be tried for homicide. He's literally neurodivergent.
I specifically relate to like the thought process things he's got going on. Like, you know what? Surely you understand what I'm talking about. This confuses him and he begins standing statue still as he attempts to compute it. I do the same thing all the time when I'm trying to compute things. It's just the things I compute do not involve like crime syndicates and mass murder.
And hey,
that's the difference.
And hey,
I actually made Ratfoot an autistic icon. I didn't know that.
Damn.
You see, that's actually how most of the best like headcanon neurodivergent characters are made. By complete accident, because every time someone tries to like write an autistic character on purpose, they always like go for like the most like annoying stereotypes you could possibly think of.
Yeah, like they overdo it, right?
Like the Good Doctor being a great example of that. I mean, the thing about the Good Doctor is, and this is a whole discussion for another time.
Isn't that the one where it's like the whole "I am a surgeon" thing?
Yeah, it is. The whole thing about it
is that the one where the doctor leaves mid-surgery?
It's a discussion for another day. The problem I have with stuff like The Good Doctor is that it's technically true that there are autistic people in real life who act like that. It's just that's the same. It's just every major autistic character in every show behaves exactly like that because it's a stereotype. It's like if it was one, right, I would be fine with it. But like, it's the only thing that they ever do. Like. It's why I relate more to like not to like the headcanon characters like Mob from Mob Psycho, for example, or like a lot of the characters from Dungeon Meshi, or yeah, Ratfoot.
Ratfoot the artist.
Yeah, this is canon now.
Holy fucking shit!
I mean, there's no reason he can't be. Like he started off as a regular human.
I mean, how would we know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The horses just offer to convert the salary to quid before paying him.
Ratfoot states that his loyalty cannot be bought by money, rather by deeds and by being a friend of someone close to him.
The horses then start stampeding random people on the streets. I don't
Ratfoot
know
if that's his job. It starts the horse.
Yeah, I feel like you're just making his job easy. I don't see how that helps.
I mean, I don't know how that helps convince him. Like, I think they gave up on convincing him. The Horse Syndicate declares Ratfoot an enemy and puts a bounty on his head.
Ratfoot wonders why money just appeared on his head.
The Horse Syndicate then offers money to anyone who can kill Ratfoot to clear up confusion. Damn, that crayfish is going to be walking away with a big sum of cash.
Bro.
The most powerful assassin horse, Warhoof, who wields a massive mace and carries it in his jaw, and wears spiked armor, walks into the Horse Syndicate meeting and declares that he will do the job. He then sets out to kill Ratfoot at any cost, although he also whacks anyone he encounters with the mace just as practice. Imagine just living in this country, and like a horse just like randomly shows up and just whacks you.
Imagine living in this country. Periods.
That's a good point. What?
He finds Rathwood just outside Pissenshire.
He uses the strength of his jaw to hurl the mace directly at Ratfoot.
Rathwood deflects it with his Bardiche and swings at Warhoof's neck.
Warhoof coughs up a second mace, somehow, and parries the blow. The two exchange weapons throughout the city, drawing quite the audience. At some point, Warhoof kicks Ratfoot backwards.
Rathwood swings his Bardiche one-handed straight down Warhoof's head.
He manages to duck down just enough to block it with his helmet.
Holy shit. Fantasy series where armor actually fucking works? Let's fucking go.
Huge.
However, it's a feint as Rathwood throws an axe straight into his chest.
Specifically
That
the
isn't
Francesca variety.
Yeah. I don't know why it's fucking specified that. But...
Why not? That's why.
I mean, what if it was a Francesco axe instead of a Francesca axe? You got to make sure to properly gender the axe.
Yeah, see,
exactly. You can't misgender it.
Yeah. I find it so funny how like the Romance languages
Otherwise,
have all
the
these
rainbow
like
hole will get you.
insane like rules for like what is gendered as what. Because the more I learn French, the more ridiculous it gets. There are some words that just make no sense being gendered. Just no business whatsoever. Apparently in fucking German, like bread is gendered.
Well, I mean, it's like that in Spanish, I think.
Why?
Yeah, I mean, I think like almost everything is gendered in Spanish.
I think English is kind of funny in that
like,
it doesn't have like gendered articles.
But it doesn't make any sense. Like, what is? Why does bread have like a gendered?
Why does
anything
have a gender? Honestly,
is that your answer? Does that make you happy?
I didn't even hear that answer, so you have to repeat that.
In case you want to fuck the bread Poseidon.
Why would that matter? At that point, I mean, if you want to do that, I assume, I think you're ready to do just about anything.
You need to know what gender it is first.
How would? Sure, man. I guess. Yeah, you don't want to be caught lacking fucking the male bread, you know. You got to make sure that
the rainbow hole is gonna get you, and then you're gonna have to blame the liberals again.
True. You're gonna have to blame the liberal media.
I feel like A is speaking from experience here.
The liberals tricked me. The liberals tricked me into fucking the male bread instead of the female bread. No.
No, not again.
This is a classic thing that constantly happens.
The woke left strikes again.
Oh man. No, the woke loaf. The woke loaf. Warhoof is hit and stabbed with the axe, but it's not enough to kill him yet. Instead, he starts galloping back and forth, repeatedly trampling over Ratfoot.
Ratfoot grabs one of his legs and manages to trip him up.
Before he can do anything to finish Warhoof off, he kicks one of his other legs back and hits Ratfoot in the face, leaving a hoof-shaped scar there.
Fortunately, Ratfoot is wearing a helmet, so this just makes a mark on the faceplate. There's a fucking piece of metal. In retaliation, Ratfoot attempts to cleave Warhoof in two with his Bardiche.
Warhoof responds by getting up just in time to save his life, although one of his legs ends up being cut off. He whimpers in pain, but refuses to give up the fight as he produces a sonic neigh and launches Ratfoot backwards into a house. I guess he can just do that.
Crazy.
I mean, why wouldn't he be able to do that?
That's a good question.
Yeah, you can just
at this point, why not?
Just casually like destroy your eardrums, you know?
I mean, obviously.
I mean, if the carcasses can do it, then why can't Warhoof do it?
That's true. Dude, they're using the fucking Han Moon, bro. They're just... Oh, God.
Ratfoot pulls himself from the rubble of the house and chucks a rebar at Warhoof like a javelin.
Warhoof opens his mouth to neigh again at a very inconvenient moment, resulting in him being impaled through the head by the rebar. He's then launched backward and pinned against the wall by the rebar now stuck in his head. This finally kills him.
No.
I forgot how much aura Warhoof had.
He really did. He had so much aura.
He literally even aura farmed as he was dying.
That's what hacks off his head and puts it on a spike in the Edinburgh town square.
When news of... I like how you actually got the pronunciation of Edinburgh right.
Yeah.
Oh, is that how you pronounce it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's Edinburgh.
It's you could do Edinburgh or Edinburgh. You just can't do Edinburgh. I mean, I guess
That's
you
not
can,
Edinburgh.
but it would be
Unless you
inaccurate.
want to get like you get nice
I think
by Scottish people.
Yeah, if Ganymede were still
You
here,
get
would it
socked.
be Eden Bunghole?
I mean, that's a good
Edinburgh.
question. When news of Warhoof's death reaches the Horse Syndicate, they complain to Minister Craig Corn, who then talks to Galloway. Craig insists that Galloway remove Rathfoot from his position and declare him an enemy of the state. Galloway, however, argues that even if he wanted to do that, he would be angering the Gore Slurper.
Unrelated to any of this, Julia Child rises from her grave to murder Gordon Ramsay.
Because why not?
I don't think Gamma actually like even tries to pay attention. He just puts in a fucking message.
Yeah, no, that's literally what he does every time.
That's you know what?
It's like the one side plot of a show that's like completely disconnected, but just exists for comic relief. You know what?
It's
Gamma's
the B plot.
Everything Gamma does is basically
the
everything Gamma does is basically the Scrat side plots from the Ice Age movies.
Gamma is the Scrat of RRS.
It's not even the B plot anymore. It's the C plot.
It's the fucking Z plot, dude.
It's a plot. It's the plot transcends Latin letters. It's the alpha plot.
It's just the fucking Omega plot.
Real shit.
It's the 6 plot.
Gordon Ramsay has already long since retired from his career at this point, since the only food Hell's Kitchen is supplied with anymore is rotting carcasses. Meanwhile, Craig Cord argues that Galloway shouldn't just assume the Gore Slurper will protect Rathfoot, and that it should be contacted about the issue directly. Galloway uses the powers he's gained from the Gore Slurper to ask for its input to the conversation.
Oh, no.
Galloway is instructed to protect Rathfoot.
I like how the Gore Slurper is personally getting involved in this.
Right, you know, it chooses the right moment.
Right.
Galloway is instructed to protect Rathfoot as he is of purpose. No elucidation occurs as to the meaning of the phrase.
Galloway simply shrugs and reiterates to Craig that he can't do anything about Rathfoot. Craig just gives up and relays this information back to the Horse Syndicate. Hilariously, Galloway is somehow so stupid that he still doesn't realize Craig is trying to siphon the entire economy into the Horse Syndicate's possession.
I imagine he knows, but he just intentionally doesn't do anything about it.
Yeah, that's true. The lunaticist mindset.
Sounds about right.
It's like fanaticism is like, it's like if, how do I explain this? It's like
if you just killed yourself.
Yeah. It's like if you treat your country like Frederick Fuckinson.
That's so real. I think the way I personally read Galloway's character is that he's genuinely extremely naive and oblivious and like downright stupid. But he came up with the lunaticist philosophy where you're supposed to intentionally do stupid things as like a later excuse for why he's so stupid. Like,
oh, holy shit! Wait, no, that's actually genius.
That kind of explains everything about him when you think about it.
Like retroactively justify your fuck ups. I could see that.
Like he basically tries to say, well, actually, I did all that stupid shit on purpose, guys. Trust me, it was part of my ideology. It was part of my political ideology that I just made up.
It was all according to my plan.
Exactly.
Oh wait, Rathfoot has noticed this for a while, but figures Galloway already knows.
For now, Craig convinces the Horse Syndicate to drop the bounty on Rathfoot. I like how Galloway tricking people into believing he's smarter than he is actually works sometimes. Like, for some reason.
Rathfoot being the autistic icon.
That's true.
Bro.
He's like, he's got to know this, right?
Real.
Rathwood forges Galloway a broadsword as a gift, because he's bored, and apparently he just knows how to fucking make swords.
I mean, that's also kind of autistic. Galloway responds by merging the broadsword with a bagpipe to create a bagpipe sword. Meanwhile, a horse
fuck does that even
whistleblower
work?
informs the public of Craig's schemes. Galloway finally figures out what's going on and orders Rathwood to assassinate Craig. The horse syndicate quickly springs to action and starts trying to bribe Galloway to cancel the order.
Rathwood suggests holding a mock trial and putting a trapdoor under Craig's feet.
Galloway agrees. As this is going on, the whistleblower horse is trampled to death. Seeing the writing on the wall, Craig tries to flee the country.
As Craig forgot his eyeglasses, he cannot see that the writing on the wall reads, "No leaving Scotland or you will be shot."
That's such an underrated line. I completely forgot that was there, but that's great.
I thought it was implied that someone just fucking wrote that shit on a random wall.
I know, right? Fortunately, Galloway's security forces catch Craig on his way out and apprehend him. Unfortunately, they have non-existent morale and let Craig go upon him asking nicely.
Rathwood, however, is not so polite.
Out of desperation, the horse syndicate starts eating all their hay to destroy the economy. What they are... Wait, did Craig actually fucking die here? Because I don't
know.
think he did, but like the implication seems to be that he did.
Wait, no, he didn't.
By this Rathwood line, but whatever. Out of desperation, the horse syndicate starts eating all their hay to destroy the economy. What they are too foolish to understand is that this only results in deflation, making anyone who has even the slightest amount of hay obscenely rich.
It also skyrockets the rich and poor discrepancy.
At some point, the horse syndicate eats all the hay in the British Isles, save for one hay bale, which is owned by this random farmer named Hubert McFiddlestick.
Oh god.
Hubert becomes the richest man in the British Isles.
God hears the word British and immediately gives Hubert terrible teeth.
Hubert simply pays for tooth replacements. His next action is to immediately buy ownership of every government institution in Scotland, somehow.
Due to this, Rathwood is now technically subservient to Hubert. This is because he was the sole member of the Galloway Safety Institution.
Hubert declares himself president and reverses every Gallowayan policy save for the hay economy.
Happiness rates skyrocket even.
I mean, when they skyrocket, that's how you know you're doing something good.
Second skyrocket.
Yeah.
Galloway argues...
Spiky
Exactly. Galloway argues that he didn't give the government permission to sell itself to Hubert. The government employees were just so done with him that they allowed their institutions to be bought.
In response to happiness rates skyrocketing, the skyrocket spiky becomes a popular dance move.
Response to miscarriage rates to jump to 23%.
I like how
This
highly
implies that
specific.
they were lower.
I like how this implies. I like how
they were lower than 23%. You'd think they'd be like
I love that highly
87%.
specific number. Yeah, you're right. Wouldn't miscarriage rates be like really high in this country?
Yeah, right. Or maybe just no one's having children at all and it's at 0%.
That might be it. You're right.
There just are no.
The thing is, the more children you bring into this country, you know, the more victims are being created.
The more victims.
The more people who have to live in this bullshit.
That's true. President Hubert McFiddlestick reinstates Craig as economic minister, and Craig then declares Galloway an enemy of the state. Okay, so Craig definitely did survive. I guess he just escaped Rathwood.
Also.
He also switches sides and joins the Ohio 3 Loan Shark Alliance.
Rathwood resigns from his government position and becomes a private mercenary for Galloway.
Goreworm Michael, who is checking up on Scotland as his standard procedure, notices what's going on in Scotland and returns to Carcass Fucker with a report that just says, "What the fuck?"
LBW asks Galloway if he needs help.
I love how he didn't feel the need to say anything else in the report. Just, what the fuck?
Just, that's all that's needed there.
I mean, honestly, that's just. I mean, what else can you really say about Lunaticus Scotland?
Yeah, that's pretty much.
Because
that pretty much sums it up.
If you did.
I feel like that's what we've established with these past two fucking read alouds.
Yeah.
Galloway states that he can just use his powers to assassinate Hubert and steal the hay bale.
LBW sees nothing wrong with this idea.
Galloway then heads to the presidential office and strikes it with lightning, hoping to one-shot Hubert. He's not there, though, since he expected this.
Rathwood sets out to find Hubert.
Hubert, while in hiding, reaches out to Skarkle and pledges his support for the loan sharks if they occupy the British Isles before Galloway can retake control. He knows he doesn't have much time.
Seeing the opportunity to acquire more land, Skarkle sends a naval fleet to invade the British Isles.
The Horse Syndicate then puts Hubert under protective custody while the fleet is arriving.
Rathwood goes to the coast to stand against the loan sharks.
Galloway informs LBW of the changes to the situation and asks for a Slurparian intervention.
Skarkle utilizes legally distinct underwater-capable vessels to sink the ground Rathwood is standing on. This prevents him from standing.
He simply levitates.
I guess that's just something he can do.
Never comes up again. As he is no longer standing against the loan sharks, however, a good portion of the British Isles are taken over.
Meanwhile, LBW sends a task force of elite goreworm sorcerers to hold off the loan sharks while a greater force is assembled.
Scottish citizens begin fleeing to the loan shark occupation zone because they support Skarkle over Slurparia.
That's fucking insane.
I mean, Slurparia is bad when Skarkle is a preferable option.
Yeah.
It's like someone fleeing from the Ustasha and going over to Nazi Germany.
I mean, you go from Scotland to average life expectancy 20, and that's somehow an improvement.
I mean,
it's better than average life expectancy, like fucking 15 minutes.
At least you can enjoy those 20 years, relatively.
At least you can. I suppose so.
I think that's a plus.
Yeah, that's definitely a benefit.
Yeah, you'll only get into brawls with other like citizens and not terrifying teeth monsters.
Yeah,
with
exactly.
Teeth monsters.
You only get into the normal fist fights.
Not like the wacko ones.
Exactly.
Battleships being carried in tornadoes start showing up and bombarding the Slurparian forces.
As the Slurparians are sorcerers, they just redirect the ordnance onto the loan sharks.
Galloway occupies the presidential office and declares himself Lord of Scotland again.
The battleship ammo turns out to be heat-seeking. It also turns out that the loan sharks covered themselves in ice beforehand, I guess.
The sorcerers simply turn the air around them even colder than the ice. Causing them to go to the loan sharks anyway.
How does that even work?
I don't fucking know.
Loan shark casualties only slightly increase.
Because like if it's colder, then the ice would be the hottest thing. I don't know.
Yeah,
the loan sharks declare the ammo legally nuclear. It then flies off to join the Nuclear Republic.
The loan sharks have no more ammunition. The Slurparians make significant advances.
Many loan sharks resort to swallowing Slurparians whole.
They physically lengthen their jaws in order to do this.
Galloway then shows up and starts throwing lightning bolts all over the place to kill the sharks.
Slurparians begin eating the sharks from the inside.
The loan shark's stomachs start infiltrating the Slurparians and starts eating them from the insides.
This causes an eternal eating loop. That's what learns to walk on water and is capable of standing it. It's the loan sharks pushing them back further.
I don't think this is an ability he ever used again.
This feels like become Jesus Christ.
This feels like the plot of like a live-action Disney remake. But it turns out the character's actually like the fucking chosen one or some shit.
Real?
It's like Mulan, except instead of like the fucking chosen one or whatever, she's actually just like the second coming of Christ.
Yeah.
I mean, the live action one, Mulan did kind of just like invent this like weird magic system to give her for some reason.
Oh, actually, it's like in Mulan. If instead of the chosen one, they were Daniel, they were actually Daniel from Reaper's Creek.
Oh yeah, you're right. Unironically, I hate that you're right.
Skarkle replaces the water surrounding the British Isles with tungsten meltingly hot chocolate. Fun
It's
fact:
so fucking
I
ironic.
got this gag from 50 Ways to Die in Minecraft video.
It's so fucking funny how Raffhood is like is like channeling Jesus for this, considering something he goes on to do later in the story.
Oh wait.
This is deemed metal, giving Galloway and Raffhood more strength. I mean, the tungsten meltingly hot chocolate is.
However, the chocolate also dissolves the metal factor, making it unmetal again.
Galloway uses his lightning powers to provoke chemical reactions and turn the chocolate into metal.
It immediately sinks.
1,000th of an inch.
It then immediately rusts out of existence.
Galloway just gives up and calls upon the Gore Slurper to grant him more power.
The Gore Slurper agrees to this.
Why the fuck does the Gore Slurper agree to that? Why give more power to Galloway?
I don't know.
Maybe because it's just, you know, he just wants to watch how this turns out, you know.
That's
I
fair.
guess.
I'm
It's
just
just
imagining the
eating popcorn,
entire
watching all
Gore
this shit.
Slurper, like an Eldritch Abomination, just eating popcorn, watching Galloway.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I would do if I were the Gore Slurper.
Galloway begins decimating as enemy forces. Remember when Galloway
Skarkle
could
depicts-
actually fight and threaten people?
Yeah. Skarkle depicts Galloway as a soy jack.
That's what depicts Skarkle as a soy jack.
This devolves into an endless Twitter argument loop.
The submarines sink the entirety of the British Isles while this goes on. Everyone's
Mind
too
you,
busy
the
soy jacking
submarines-
each other to notice.
Mind you, the
Submarines
submarines
then
are a completely
unsink it.
unrelated side. They're not on anyone's side here.
They just kind of do whatever.
Yeah,
They just do their own thing, man.
it's true.
I mean, even the Slurperines are mostly just like against the submarine. They're not really like.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Slurperines are kind of defined by their relationship to the submarines. It's kind of like light and darkness. Like, you wouldn't
They
have
exist
darkness if there wasn't
solely
light.
to fight these guys.
That's pretty much it.
They're
Somehow
professional
no one
haters.
notices this either.
Damn. The submarines resink the British Isles.
This ends up causing a perpetual sinking and unsinking loop.
The British Isles turn sentient and say no, permanently unsinking themselves. They do not.
The
The
submarines
British
depict the
Isles do
Slurperines
not
as a soy
consent.
jack. The submarines depict the Slurperines as one collective soy jack.
Yeah, just an entire soy jag with all of the Slurperines just shoved into the same face.
Yeah.
I remember when I saw like an insane custom made soy jack, and the caption was just "I love water."
Oh,
God.
God.
Like, we've lost the fucking plot. We're making soy jacks for people who like water. The Horse Syndicate sends various horses into battle against Ratfoot as revenge for Warhoof.
An army of Goreworm soldiers arrives, releasing the sorcerers of much of their burden.
One of the Goreworm soldiers accidentally depicts another Goreworm soldier as a soy jack. This cascades into all of them depicting each other as soy jacks.
Fortunately, they all have the exact same names as the loan sharks, so this affects both sides.
How?
How?
Goreworm Michael issues an order to ban soy jack memes.
This solves the problem.
He gets sent a soy jack meme by rebels. In response, Michael lifts the ban to send one back. The world devolves into soy jacks again.
He then realizes he doesn't have a position of command from which he can issue orders in the first place. He instead goes to LBW and asks him to reissue the ban.
LBW does so.
Everyone is too busy soy jacking each other off to care.
A is forcefully removed from the writer's room in club for bringing the term... I don't know why it says skyjacking, but whatever. Soy jacking off into existence.
The sign is clubbed for mistaking soy jacking off for skyjacking off.
This is due to a fatal typo.
Honestly, I can't tell what's worse, soy jacking off or sky jacking off. Like, I can't tell which one is worse.
What? When
I
you
mean,
skyjack off, you
like, what
aim
the
at
fuck
the
is
sky
sky-
while you do it.
You're skydiving and, J-ing O at the same time.
J and
Like,
O,
when-
what the fuck?
It just comes in a stream, like straight downwards, and when you finally do it.
But wouldn't it like go back up and hit
just,
you in
like-
the fucking face though? Like with the if you're
Well,
going
that's
like
the best
straight
part.
down.
You get to drink it after.
Yeah, I mean, it's a free snack. Like a protein. Protein
Yeah, you
shake.
just look up, open wide, and let it fall in.
It's a protein shake.
You gotta specifically angle it though,
Protein.
so it works out.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it takes a lot of skill.
Yeah, you gotta.
You gotta practice it.
Yeah, it
It's
requires
skyjacking
significant
off is-
practice.
Yeah, you have to do it a lot to be able to do it
I
effectively.
wonder if that's actually theoretically possible. Like,
It probably is.
Yeah, probably.
Let's be real.
has anyone ever tried this before?
Definitely.
I'm gonna try it when I grow up.
I wait.
Okay, so as clubbing's turn out to be more lethal than anticipated, everyone in the room starts depicting each other as Wojak instead.
Due to a communication error. Everyone starts depicting each other as Chads, building an unbreakable brotherhood between them.
This
Damn.
I've always said that like the best society ever would be one where every single person has an insanely massive ego, because as long as it's not to the expense of anyone else, everyone having a massive ego just means that the entire society would just be like a bunch of people constantly like complimenting each other. Because they all have self-confidence.
I don't know if that's how having a massive ego works.
Yeah, maybe not a massive ego, just massive self-confidence.
Yeah, like if everyone's like confident in themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
That might be the better word for it.
I that's more so what I meant, but like if everyone was confident in themselves, they'd find more room to uplift others, I feel.
Maybe, yeah.
I think the best society is one where everyone is a fucking narcissist.
Okay, that's not
agree.
exactly what I meant, but
That's just America.
I mean, that's just like take your pick, fucking almost every country in this setting.
No, that's fair actually.
I was just thinking though, like logically speaking, would there be enough time from skydiving to like,
Do it.
I mean, it probably takes.
If you jump from high enough, then probably.
I mean, yeah.
Because here's the thing, depending on
you just gotta get your RPM up,
yeah, of course. Because like the thinking about this logically, you probably need like at least like a few minutes, depending on, and that's in optimal conditions, right? Because like there's gonna be like fucking like air friction and stuff. Like I'd say, let's say several minutes, right? You'd need at least several minutes.
Yep.
Can you jump from high enough that it would take several minutes for you to hit the ground? I don't think so.
I mean, you have a parachute.
Oh yeah, you're right. There's a parachute. I guess if you
How long
open the
is the
parachute
average-
first.
Okay.
How high up do people skydive? Let me look this up. 13K
I'm pretty sure
for
you
your
could do
first. Most skydives occur between 10 and 13.5K. 13.5K what? Feet? I'm gonna assume it's feet.
Oh.
13.5 for
13,500
13,500 feet. How long are you in the air when skydive? I guess I could have just Googled that question.
What's terminal velocity?
Usually 30 to 60 minutes of free fall and 3 to 5 minutes for the parachute. So that's theoretically possible.
Yeah, see? You could do it.
You could totally whack off while skydiving.
You could totally skyjack off. And
I wouldn't recommend.
Off too, probably.
I wouldn't recommend this, but I mean it's theoretically possible.
I would
absolutely recommend
just to
it.
hear about it in the news.
Yeah, I mean if you want to be if you want your life to amount to a headline, I mean, I guess you can go ahead.
I fully endorse this behavior.
War rages on across the British Isles. Meanwhile, I like how that was just an entire tangent we went on. Like, why did we do that?
I don't fucking
Why
know,
the fuck
man.
not?
That's a good question.
Honestly,
War rages on across the British Isles. Meanwhile, Los Pollos Hermanos isn't quite doing so well. Their land is constantly being occupied by various other factions, and their defenses are falling apart.
as more gore slurper shrines are constructed in occupied territory, the slurparians only grow stronger.
The loan sharks carve the heads on each shrine to instead be soy jack heads. This greatly drains their power.
They are then recarved to be Chad heads, greatly boosting their power beyond normal.
Implying they could just do this whenever.
Sure, man.
This only encourages the local townsfolk to live good lives rather than join the Slurparians.
Unfortunately, they take live a good life to mean worship the gore slurper.
Doesn't that like
Okay.
directly contradict the rather than join the Slurparians part? I mean, I guess they could be non-Slurparian gore slurperists.
The Proto-Boreans.
Mexico City is under attack from all sides, and local commander
Proto-reformists.
Manuel Garcia loses communication with Mike Ehrmantraut and his army in Albuquerque. He quickly finds his forces overwhelmed.
The battle prime begins striding across the battlefield to bombard the remaining defenders.
The
submarines and
submarine...
Slurparians.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
The submarines and Slurparians, meanwhile, take their fight straight through several miles of land in the British Isles and cause entire cities to be leveled to the point where every acre of land is only about 2 millimeters above sea level. Back at Los Pollos Hermanos,
again.
never addressed again. Back at Los Pollos Hermanos, Skarko legally declares the battle shrine a pipe runner from Advance Wars, causing it to immediately teleport onto a spare pipe in the middle of the ocean. It becomes confined to that pipe.
However, as Skarko has no authority over the battle shrine, this is ignored.
I like how that's the one time this fucking matters. Finn then declares that Skargo has authority over the battle shrine.
As Finn has no authority over it either, this too is ignored.
Finn legally grants himself authority.
Over 0.000000. Fuck, I lost my 0.0000000001% of it.
I mean, it just said over that amount, so it could be as high as 100%. There's no proof it's not.
No authority over that much of it.
Exactly. Galloway tells him to shove a stick up his ass, which somehow causes him to lose his authority.
The battle shrine continues on with its day.
Finn does not shove a stick up his ass at 3 a.m. Gone correct, gone fast.
Metropolitan Albuquerque has turned into a walled fortress with Mike and Ice Column 3 out of 5 viciously defending it. I'm just imagining the fucking walls from Attack on Titan, but it's fucking Albuquerque. Mexico City, however, falls to Gore Slurperist invaders. I love that they're defending Albuquerque over Mexico City.
Yeah. Why not?
Why didn't the Albuquerqueans just start the rumble? Are they stupid?
It's true.
Albuquerque is beset on all sides by the Slurparian hordes. They begin flying massive siege engines over to Los Pollos Hermanos to knock down the defenses.
3805 decides to use his powers to freeze the engines.
The Slurparians throw salt over them, unfreezing them.
By any chance, do they throw massive balls of salt?
Perhaps.
3805 tries to call in the pepper columns, but remembers he's not part of Ohio 3 anymore.
Siege engines begin firing.
The LPH soldiers fight with all their might to hold their ground as more civilians are evacuated.
The carcasses begin hurling buckets of acid over the walls to drench the defenders.
All over LPH, armies outside Albuquerque begin to lay down their arms or retreat to become guerrilla forces.
Those who surrender are mercilessly slaughtered.
Why would you even bother?
Atrocious.
Why would you even bother surrendering to the Slurparians?
Please fucking atrocious. Slurparian battle.
True.
The guerrillas realize they're actually engaging in guerrilla warfare as thousands of big, meaty gorillas show up and start beating the shit out of the Slurperians.
The LPH forces start deliberately surrendering to Ohio 3 and the Loan Sharks instead. You know it's bad when they're surrendering to Ohio 3 and the Loan Sharks to get out of being occupied by Slurperia.
Slurperian constipation rates drop to 0% because of the gorillas. This ends up strengthening them.
The gorillas turn into vegan meat gorillas to counter this.
They become too busy calling the Slurperians Nazis for eating meat to actually fight them.
Oh, fuck.
I mean,
The
sure,
gorillas
why
all
not?
jump out of the story and start throttling LVW in unison.
I mean, I feel like if there's any reason to call Slurperians Nazis, eating meat is probably like 50th on the list.
Yeah.
However, this doesn't work because LBW is the one who's inside the story.
They jump out and jump back in for extra momentum as they crash into LBW at Mach 12.
Meanwhile, Ice Golems continuously ask John Ohio if he's going to do anything about 3/5's betrayal, seeing as it's been a fair while since that happened. I'll let someone else read his, Lobato's lines, because I got a lot of lines here.
John Ohio does not answer because he's busy with his daily 1 hour-long rise and grind fitness session.
The Ice Golems simply decide to continue assimilating random chunks of land while not approaching Albuquerque. Not that this makes things much easier for the defenders, though. Meanwhile, in the Nether, the Wither Skeletons and Loan Sharks are starting to overwhelm Technoblade and his allies. There's too many of them, Claire explains. What the fuck was that accent, bro?
What the? That sounds like someone who's at the fucking dentist office.
That sounds
They
like
got
I had
the
a
fucking
dentist appointment
implement.
earlier this week, is the funny part.
that sounds
It
like someone who's
like
never heard
fucking
Shrek before
yesterday.
trying to do Shrek.
It's so real. Yeah, I need to deliberately make the accents as shitty as fucking possible, though, for comedy value.
I mean,
I think you should. It'll be really funny.
I won't stop. I won't stop fighting until I know the battle is lost, Techno insists. That's just a Californian accent.
What the hell? The battle promptly becomes scared, lost, and confused.
Well, shit, Techno exclaims. The Piglin chief reassures Techno that the Piglins will retreat to other villages and carry on the fight, insisting that he and his friends need to escape. Danny, however, raises the point that the portal has been destroyed thanks to Walt, and they're still stuck in the Nether. Techno turns to Murderfist and Plaguefucker in case they have any ideas.
Hang on. Have we tried just surrendering yet?
Dude, that was a fucking, like, Wheel of Time audiobook ass voice. That's like,
Was
that's
it?
how Michael Kramer voices, like, half the fucking characters in those books.
Damn, really?
Yeah, it's kind of funny now that I think about it. I mean, you did it before I started listening to the audiobooks. So basically, I do this thing now where instead of just reading the books, I read the books while I'm listening to the audiobooks so that I don't get distracted, because I do tend to get distracted when I read sometimes, and like just kind of pause at like certain points for no reason.
Right.
So it's basically a way to keep myself on track better.
I feel Sparkle was like this big meaty dude, and he just fucking sounds like a fucking like Looney Tunes character.
Okay.
I figured he would kind of had like a bit of a Boston or New Jersey kind of accent. I know it wasn't intentional, but like it kind of sounds like he does. Kind of like a.
Looney Tune?
I wouldn't say he sounds like a Looney Tunes character.
I don't know. It sounded Looney Tunes. You are objectively wrong. You should kill yourself now.
Well, I don't know about that per se. Still, it's worth considering.
He's got a point, you know, Danny remarks. Who? Techno asks. Everyone just turns to see empty air where Skarkle was just a second ago.
The real Skarkle turns out to be the friends we made along the way.
I mean, of course. I mean, that's what Skarkle means in the shark language.
Yeah.
The friends
Direct
we made
translation.
along the way.
Any chance anyone has spare obsidian? Techno asks, only to be met with silence. No, At last he turns to Whitney. Do you have any ideas? It implies that he was scared to ask that question. Like it was a last resort.
Well, I know of one way we might be able to get out of this.
Claire asks if it involves dream fan fiction in any way.
2 ways to get out of this.
We're going with whatever your... I forgot the accent. We're going with whatever your first idea was then, Claire insists.
The ghost that makes you spout cryptic riddles that must be solved before you give basic information decides to possess Whitney. To escape a fate dawning on you too late, you must... Technoblade stalks Whitney so hard that the ghost that makes you spout cryptic riddles that must be solved before you give basic information leaves Whitney's body. Damn.
Okay, so you just kind of do it and spout something about the grind set or whatever.
I'm sorry, what? Techno asks.
Woke Whitney
I was
escapes
supposed to be
using
from California. My
I
immersion
just
is
kind
ruined.
of forgot. I just kind of forgot.
He's Canadian now.
Bro, you should just hire me as Techno's voice.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's a pretty good idea. You do kind of
California
have a similar
accent.
voice.
California accent, right? Fucking you.
That's
Woke
fair.
Whitney
That's
escaped
fair.
us- Woke Whitney escaped using the power of the grind sets.
Tucker begins punching the air very flamboyantly and screaming grind set over and over.
All right, you know what, LBP? I'm gonna give you all of Techno's lines now.
That's not how it works. Oh. Somehow Plague Fucker's method also worked, and he is sucked back into the overworld.
Danny
Damn.
tries it too, but to no avail. Drots, it ain't working, lads.
Whitney telepathically beams Google search results of Sigma males it directly into Danny's brain.
The Piglin Chief speaks up. Hold on, I got an idea. At that moment, wither skeletons start flooding into the area, and Techno is forced to hold them off. The Piglin Chief then hands everyone else a grindstone. Try talking about the grind set around that thing. Are you sure that will work? Claire asks. Of course not, the Piglin Chief shrugs. But you might as well try at this point. Techno knocks back the skeletons with a firework blast, and then gathers everyone besides the chief around the grindstone, where they then begin chanting about the grind set. As the chief holds off the approaching skeletons and Piglin reinforcements arrive, the grind set chanting works, and everyone warps to the New Mexico desert. Techno quickly glances around to make sure everyone's present.
Everyone here?
Think so.
I completely forgot this was how they got out.
The grind set.
I'm
The
here, all
grind
right,
set.
lad. Danny confirms. I forgot when I wrote Danny's dialogue to be like full phonetic Scottish. So like
Jesus Christ.
so it actually looks like how it's pronounced.
I mean, I did that with
You did that with who?
Artifice.
Oh right, yeah. Techno is
Yeah, I
relieved,
noticed you haven't
but
killed
then
that character off yet, Budster. What happened to that, huh?
When the fuck am I supposed to kill?
Well, you mentioned in the last one,
I think that was
after
about to.
reading his glorious dialogue, that you needed to kill this fucking character right now.
Okay,
That was a
maybe,
moment
maybe
of
I
weakness.
will.
That was a moment of weakness.
I probably
Damn it,
will.
everything-
The demon
LVP
took
suffered from
over.
those.
The demon took over.
The ghost that makes you want to kill and murder fish.
It's true. It's true.
Damn. You weren't thinking about the grind.
I'm
set
here,
enough.
all right, lad. Danny confirms. Techno is relieved, but then he looks ahead and sees the Battle of Albuquerque in the distance. I think we're gonna get the Battle of Albuquerque in this one. That's good.
Yo, let's fucking go.
His eyebrows furrow as Danny and Claire join him, beholding the sight.
Why wasn't that a sight? You fucking remark.
What the hell is going on over there? Claire asks.
Looks to be a battle. Answers murder fish. Siege to be precise. They fucking had.
Oh, that's also your lines.
Oh my god. Well, you know what we all need after loosely escaping our last fight? That's right, another one. Onward. Oh wait, no, that fucking accent is your line.
That's true. Those are all just Techno lines. Techno asks that question. and then he shouts, charging toward Albuquerque.
Eventually, the rear guard spots the gang and begins to attack them.
The ass brigade shows up just to challenge the rear guards.
The booty battalion watches from the sidelines, debating on whether or not to intervene.
Hiding behind the booty battalion, waiting in ambush, is the crack crusaders.
That's just like if the Stardust Crusaders were on drugs.
Yeah, well, I'm more.
I mean, Stardust sounds like a drug in and of itself.
I mean, Stardust sounds like it. Yeah, that's definitely like a drug somewhere.
I mean, just swap out Star for Angel, and then there you go. Yeah.
Isn't that like a Has-Been Hotel character?
I'm going to kill you.
The fucking 2 seconds of complete silence. And then just
I'm going to fucking kill you, you little shit.
the way that the entire call just went completely dead on the spot when I asked that question.
I'm going to fucking kill you.
Oh my god.
Silence is deafening.
In any case, Techno begins shooting fireworks at the rear guard while they're distracted.
The rear guard
Speaking of
managed to
fucking
recover and alert the rest of the force, who all begin to divert in order to fight off the gang. Parkinson start forming a circle around the gang.
The ass artillery appears behind the booty battalion.
We've already used the word ass at this point. We can't do it
Oh, yeah, we
again.
did.
At the same time, the rectal renegades stalk the ass artillery.
That's like a porn
Well, I
parody
mean-
of my fucking book.
Dude, I popped up with rectal renegades. Always it.
right.
That's really good. In the meantime,
Oh, it's this fucking part. Yeah, remember when I was gonna actually fucking do something with this?
I don't, to be honest.
Me neither.
I don't either. I think I did precisely one thing with this, and then I just completely fucking forgot about it.
There's a lot of funny unresolved plot points in this, or like just unaddressed plot points.
God damn it, this shit is so long. Whatever. LBW summons William to the Goreworm capital to observe a new innovation.
William travels there, wondering what's going on.
LBW greets him and leads him to an observation room overlooking something that quite resembles the carcass testing chamber. Carcassite chamber.
Curious, William remarks. Perhaps I'm about to witness the creation of a new type of carcass.
What the fuck is... What is that actually?
I just tried to give him like a fancy voice, I guess. I could try a Dutch accent, except I don't know how to do that, so no, I can't.
That would make it even funnier. Do it.
Yeah, just Dutch accent.
Yeah, I don't.
Just make something up and call
Just
it.
look
Dutch
up.
accent.
Just look up a video of a Dutch dude talking.
Okay, let me just. Well, the phonetics will help me.
I think
Hold on.
They sound
Dutch-
kind of goofy as hell. So
Accent phonetics. I mean, I have listened to Dutch people talk. Dutch generally sounds like German at first glance. Okay. So just kind of a German accent, except different, I guess. It's kind of
Do
funnier
a
if
German
I just...
accent, but
It's kind
do
of
a
funnier
German
if I just
accent,
fuck
but
it up
make it
completely.
shitty.
Yeah, you're right.
it's
You're
just
right.
a really shitty German accent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been any German accent I attempted.
I am about to witness the creation of a new type of carcass. Do
Oh
that.
my god. Yeah,
just,
you're right.
Just talk like the fucking New World Order song.
Talk like
Sure,
the Liechtenstein Intergalactic Expeditionary.
For fucking real.
You will eat the bug.
You will
Just
live
say every-
Just say every.
William remarks.
just-
Perhaps
just say
I'm
every
about
line as
to
you can eat
witness
the
the
bugs.
creation of a new type of carcass.
Perfect. This is so peak.
Wonderful.
It's brilliant. This is his canon voice now.
So many fucking.
Pink cinema.
Oh, William, you are about to witness something far less mundane. You see, our efforts have uncovered the existence of, shall I say, supernatural entities within the Gore Slurper's realm. In addition, sufficient devotion because causes one to become a sort of living conduit to said realm, giving the Doorslurper's domain a slight influence over their immediate vicinity. What this
As if
means
they don't have
is
that
that with
influence already.
I like how this is never brought up again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I had like a whole plot thing planned for this, but then I just forbore.
Yeah, it got the Greg treatment.
Whatever. Maybe I can do it with the fucking uh future events.
Yeah, maybe.
What this means is that with enough loyal followers, one of these beings could theoretically be brought forth into this plane, though our attempts have found them less than willing.
The implications of this are concerning. For our enemies, at least.
Holy shit, foreshadowing?
Perhaps it
Indeed,
is.
friend. In any case, we have discerned a method of corralling these entities into mortal bodies as a way of tethering them here. So this has the unfortunate side effect of severely hindering them at the outset as they accustom themselves. Until just recently, we were unable to find any of sufficient potency to survive this process, and we were forced to release them lest they perish and tear down this entire facility in their death throes. Not to mention the unfavorable impression on our sovereign. But finally, we have found a being that we believe is powerful enough to become quite useful in our battles, and that is why I summoned you here.
Oh, is that so? Well, who might this be? Myself?
No, the subject we shall use is already in the fucking
I
idiot.
see.
Can't
Then you just
fucking
want me to
see?
watch.
Yes, William, for I believe you capable of command.
Well, I am a commander, and I like to think I'm good at my job. I suppose it's not out of the question, he reasons.
I like how we just chose William for this, as opposed to like literally. Oh wait, no, he literally explains it in the next line. I'm a fucking idiot.
It's fine.
Hey, I'll be right back. If
I forgot my own character's motivations for his choices.
I mean, it's been a while since we've seen this scene.
It's been a while since LBW has even been through.
That's true. I mean, I don't
See,
think
he's a
A's in
Gorse
this
Slipperist.
scene.
I mean, he's a Gorse Slipperist, so I want to say the full name, but at the same time, I don't want to invoke the blood incantation.
That's true. It's true. That's only active when he's alive, though, right?
Yeah, but he's
So I'm
alive
pretty-
at this point.
Yeah, but not like when he's not alive. Yeah, but we don't have to, while we are the ones saying it, he's not alive, so.
Right. Lickville Texmons. How the fuck did I do this?
You're trying to stop yourself from saying the full name as a self-defense tactic.
Unnecessarily extreme at best. My hands are tied just keeping my own forces in line. Galloway's government is tearing itself apart, and I have not heard from the Galeriar since quite some time.
That implies Galloway still has a government.
Fair enough.
Galloway is literally just Amhein. Like, there's no functioning government. There's just one guy who goes around giving everyone else rules and just sends his enforcer to go and just kill a bunch of people.
I mean, isn't that just a dictatorship?
Well, but there's not even a government that dictates. It's just this one fucking guy just like goes and kills a bunch of people. Like, who's actually enforcing the law in this case?
The people killing people?
I mean, I guess, but like it's not like all the people Ratfoot kills are even people who broke the law. A lot of them are just completely random targets.
I mean, they're like protesting.
I guess.
Really?
Yeah, I guess it's not really Amhein. Because the thing about Amhein is that this is gonna make more sense in context later. But the thing about Amhein is that like the only rule in Amhein is that you're not allowed to form a government. So like You
We
can
hate
do
government.
practically anything you want, and the only thing that you can do practically anything you want as long as you don't form a government. Once you form a government, like the entire population of Amhein just has the go ahead to just assemble into an army and kill you. Just
This is
to
what the
make sure
woke
that
left
a
wants for
government
America.
does not form in Amheiner territory. I'm not sure what's going on A's end. He seems to be indisposed for the moment.
Now we have to shit talk him.
Yeah, we that's true. I mean, as if he's gonna rewatch this stream anyway.
I mean, who would ever do? Oh,
Oh,
I am back.
hello.
You know, I really love having technical difficulties exclusively when I join VC. That's great.
Well, it seems like they're done now.
Well, no, I also just had for a bit.
I've legally mandated it to not exist.
Damn. Right, where were
I
we?
believe Galloway is becoming more of a liability than an ally. If things get worse, I suggest we directly occupy the British Isles ourselves.
I concur. The patience is a virtue unbeknownst to many a dead man.
Indeed.
Oh, fuck.
I found it.
Nevertheless, it is time for the process to begin. WW stands at the viewing window and motions for the procedure to start.
William watches with his arms behind his backs. Behind his one back. His singular back, my bad.
His only back.
Yeah.
He doesn't have two.
This reminds me of like way back in like 2021, when like one of the Dr. Sexai like fucking gave himself like multiple torsos and like 50 different legs in a fight.
I mean, obviously, what else would you do?
Yeah, I mean, of course.
I mean, if you're in that situation, I think there's no other recourse than to physically mutilate yourself on the spot.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
a
this
common
guy gets
defense
it.
mechanism.
Yeah, I
What are
have
you
to do
gonna
that
do?
all
Not mutilate yourself?
I gotta do that all the time
I mean,
when
like-
I'm in that situation.
Like, I love to just like perform human experimentation on myself in the middle of a combat scenario.
Thing is, it wasn't even human experimentation. He just generated those out of nowhere.
I mean, don't you ever perform unanesthetized surgery on yourself?
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's a common experience, you know, it's a rite of passage in this world.
I mean, yeah, like
Yeah.
I performed my first unanesthetized. Jesus fucking unanesthetized. Unanesthetized. There we go.
Anesthetic.
Anesthesia.
Unanestheticized.
Alright, I think you got it there.
Yeah, but that's good enough.
William watches with his arms behind his back.
One back.
Yeah, it's
Prisoners are
his
escorted
single
in-
back.
Into the chambers by worms brandishing hog splitters, then shackle them to the ground with chains and decapitate them in one smooth motion. How do you shackle someone and they're just that cracked, I guess. They're just that cracked. I mean,
I sure hope there are no hogs in this vicinity.
The hog bloggers.
the hog boggers
No!
hide the copper.
Real?
Blood running into
I
a
think you
large
missed an
number
opportunity to name them the hog blockers.
Dude,
personally.
imagine if a hog bogger
'Cause that
found out
sounded
about the
cock
trial
blockers.
chambers.
Holy shit! It would just be like a fucking swarm.
Yeah,
It'd be like one. It'd be like
the
that
mobs
one
in the trial
Spider-Man
chambers wouldn't. The mobs in the trial chambers would be completely overwhelmed.
It would be like that one Spider-Man villain who's just like a bunch of bugs.
They'll
Is that
eat
a
the
thing?
entire trial
I've never
chamber,
heard of
but
that.
you'll win. You know.
Wait, hold on. Let me look it up. I remember watching like this old like Spider-Man cartoon, and there was a dude called Swarm. He's just like a bunch of fucking bugs.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Spider-Man's got like a lot of villains, and some of them are quite esoteric.
Yeah.
I'm looking that up right now.
Where's the one from like this cartoon? Oh, there it is. I think that's it.
Yes, he is apparently a thing. The character's entire body is composed of bees, and is mainly
Oh, it's bees.
featured as an
I thought it
enemy
was just like nondescript
of
bugs.
Spider-Man. No, apparently it's
What the
bees.
hell?
Yeah, live bees. Holy shit.
Also, isn't Swarm like? Now that I think about it, isn't there? I think there's a line in like a Stupendium
Yeah, this
song,
motherfucker.
about this guy,
What
and
the
it's like
fuck?
Apparently, he just has fucking
fucking
lasers.
Nazi. I'm pretty sure this guy also has ties to Nazis for some reason.
What, fucking Swarm? Or Stupendium?
I don't know. No, not Stupendium. It's just one of Stupendium's songs is like a song about J. Jonah Jameson like shitting on like Spider-Man, and one of the lines that J. Jonah Jameson has is like mentioning Nazi bees as a common threat being faced by in New York City.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, you know, when you gotta worry about those Nazi bees, man, along with the bureaucrat dinosaurs.
I guess.
I mean, the Nazi bees. Like when
Exactly.
I mean, think about it. The bees, they have yellow hair. So, like,
which is kind of, which I guess
What are
is
you guys
kind of
talking
blonde.
about?
I mean, they're basically Aryan.
That's except the other color on them is black, so I don't know if that would check out with
Yeah,
the Aryan
I
ideology.
I think I just
I mean,
figured
you
out
know.
how Bilski manifested.
Well, I mean, the black is their uniform.
Oh yeah, true. They're the black
They're
shirts
just wearing like stripper
of
outfits.
they're the black shirts of fucking insects.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Or would it be the brown shirts because they're Nazis?
Oh yeah, that's true. The black shirts were the Italians, right?
Mussolini. Yeah, I think they were
Yeah,
Mussolini.
the dumbasses.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't even think you finished that sentence. We got too distracted.
Okay, running into a large summoning circle engraved in the floor. The corpses are then unshackled and tossed into a pile in the middle of the circle. More goreworms enter the room and begin waving censers made from human skulls and belching black smoke. Goreworm surfaced and then began chanting in the gore slurper's tongue. I can't fucking for this long.
Are you winning,
Projecting
son?
brilliant white lightning and into the summoning circle, which begins to coruscate through it, during the darkest blood. What the fuck was I on?
Good question.
Oh, man.
William continues to
I was on
watch
that-
patiently.
I was on that slurper juice.
True.
The slurper.
On that slurper juice. Get it for $5.99 at Walmart.
When's the slurper toe shavings dropping?
That's never going to be a thing.
For some reason, they label it drain cleaner. I don't know what.
William continues to watch patiently.
He's just washing his fucking
Yeah,
mouth.
of course.
Not?
What is
I
he
mean, I'm
washing?
sure he's the most cleanly of the Gore Slurperous leaders.
I mean, probably, yeah.
Oh, by a clear mile, probably.
The corpses in the center begin levitating and then slamming together to form a totem in the shape of the Gore Slurper sigil. Y'all know what that fucking looks like. The test subject is then brought in and nailed to the makeshift totem, which somehow supports his weight.
I
Lightning
don't
in the
think
circle
anyone
starts fighting-
listening to this knows what it looks like, but it
not
resembles a
fuck-
capital T with two smaller lines toward the middle, the topmost larger than the bottommost, the diagonal lines coming down from the top stroke.
Put that shit on this.
I guess we could just show an image. That is true.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna have to edit
Oh,
this
wait.
anyway to
That's
get
always
rid of
an
some of the
option.
parts
Oh,
of it,
wait.
so I'm just gonna edit like a picture of the Gore Slurper symbol on screen at this point.
I think I found why he's a Nazi bee.
You
Because
did?
apparently the dude who became Swarm was one of Adolf Hitler's top scientists.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
no.
And then after World War II, he became a beekeeper in South America.
What?
And wait, what the fuck? And he discovered a colony of mutated bees. He attempted to enslave the queen bee, but the
I'm
bees
sorry, we are
devoured
getting
him.
completely sidetracked here for anyone
And
watching.
then his consciousness was absorbed into the bees.
How?
They're just cracked.
Sure, man.
I mean, like, don't you
Sure,
hate
man,
it
whatever.
when you like just to put the bees?
You need the fucking Gregs to take down this fucking guy.
Yeah.
Where's LBP gone to? It seems he just left the call. And I'll give it a moment. He'll probably come back. Maybe technical difficulties on his side as well.
That's fine. It's part of the AOL read aloud experience.
Obviously.
So anyway, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, man. I'm doing fine. You know
We're
how
all
it
normal in this household.
Oh, we're all very normal people. Extremely normal. Only ever write about the most normal of things.
Yeah.
Excessively normal stuff goes on in this group.
There we go, he's
Excessively
back.
normal.
I
Hello.
accidentally fucking deleted the tab.
Wow. I thought you
As
just
one
had
does.
technical difficulties. I mean, I guess that's technically a technical
technically
difficulty, but
that
I read
does
like the
qualify.
entire fucking 3 lines, then before I realized that I wasn't in the PC anymore.
wow. That's funny. I think you stopped after the test subject is then brought in line.
Oh yeah, okay. The lightning in the circle begins striking the subject and then flowing up, entering a disc-shaped portal opened by the most senior of the Gorworm warlocks. Apparently they're warlocks now. Yeah, they changed
Sure.
occupation.
Why not?
Made
At this
ritual.
point?
I mean, aren't warlocks like a type of sorcerer?
The electricity begins swirling to form a helix, through which a blinding white light slams down into the subject with an ear-piercing screech. The subject falls from the totem, which promptly collapses, and everything stops for an almost serene moment before the horror begins.
Oh, William remarks. I guess the bolt
Nice
is a
of them
bit
to
more
specify that this
resilient
is
than
where
you
the horror
thought.
comes in.
What the fuck is this shit? Why did I... What was I on when I wrote this?
That damn
Well, I think
slurper
we were
juice,
all on
bro.
something, to be fair. Just different things.
I was on that slurper juice. Deluxe.
Yeah.
On the
I was on
deluxe.
that skyjacking protein shake.
Huh, William
For some
remarks.
reason,
I
it's
guess their
labeled.
body is a bit more resilient than you thought.
I was on that fucking Dawn dish soap.
Real shit.
God.
We're on the protein shake.
Protein shake.
Mixed with the Dawn. That's the important part.
Yeah, of course, of
With
course. I mean, you can't have
the
without the
Power
Dawn.
Walk.
With the Dawn, you gotta stir that shit up.
Yeah, it's literally just a smoothie.
It's just
Don't forget the
smoothie.
Stardust drug from Stardust Crusaders.
You should.
Key
Not
ingredient.
to
You
be
gotta put-
confused
You gotta put the
with
fucking like
you,
cough.
not these names.
You gotta put the cough syrup in there too.
Obviously,
Like
obviously.
Like lean out of the fucking concoction.
True. That's how lean is made, guys. It's true. It's true. Crazy how this is all actually true.
Yeah, this is the special lean. It's the VIP lean.
Indeed. Yep.
Level 100. Okay, anyway, I should actually fucking read this shit.
Sorry, we keep getting sidetracked.
Oh, okay.
There's
You
too
you have
much
like
funny.
okay, you have like 3 times as many lines in like a short time. So I
Oh god.
Oh no! Oh god! No! Oh my
I'm
god!
stocking up on water. Wait, is it you? Wait, sorry, is it A or me?
no, it's you.
Holy fuck. Holy
Jesus
You have like
Christ.
you have like an
I
entire
wrote up
fucking page.
I wrote up
an
like a
entire-
whole
Hey,
book here.
Maybe
Fucking-
after you finish here, I could take over some of your lines a bit because I haven't been
Yes,
doing a whole lot.
please. Good lord.
Okay.
Have mercy on my poor soul.
Hey, you can read like the extra half
I think
a
I
page
wrote
that he
off.
put after that.
I fucking wrote I think I fucking wrote that scene because I was trying to advance a plot point no one else was touching. So I controlled all the characters in it. So I just made the entire thing by myself.
Bro just wrote AOL fan fiction.
Well, that's already what AUL is. It's fanfiction
I mean,
within a
basically.
fanfiction, bro.
Fan fiction.
I mean, it's barely even AUL. Okay, we are almost to the Albuquerque fight, so let's power through.
Yeah, you're right. We should probably end it
We can
after
do
the
it.
Albuquerque fight, because I kind of got to go to bed. Not too much later from that. I don't have. I can stay up a little bit later, but you know.
Ah, come on.
We should at least get to like whatever's after that.
We'll get through the Albuquerque fight, I think. Then we can probably
Yeah.
wrap it up.
You can get to like. Hold on. Okay, it might be a bit farther forward than I.
It's fine. I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah. Probably just Albuquerque.
Just read the damn lines. You're procrastinating.
I'm a master procrastinator. You should give me some credit.
A professional procrastinator,
Hey,
some
listen,
might
the
say.
more you procrastinate, the later Poseidon has to stay up.
That's true. That's true.
Hold on, let me
What
read
if
my
I
entire
just
Bible
read?
real quick.
What if I just read the lines at that point?
Okay, I'll read the fucking lines. I'll read the fucking lines.
Well, then you also have to read immediately the part that comes immediately after. I don't think you'd like that now, would you?
Yeah, but I also
Okay,
wouldn't like not getting sleep.
I'm reading the lines. I'm reading the lines right now. Suddenly, the man begins to violently convulse, his eyes falling out of his head and strange bumps moving across his forehead. His hair turns midnight black as his jaw unhinges so that his chin hits his clavicle, revealing his teeth transforming into razor-sharp, serrated fangs. His probably start shooting out of his gums in 3 more rows, as you do. He screams of
Yeah.
unspoken and unspeakable. What the fuck did I write? It's transmuted into inhuman.
Why not?
I don't even know how to pronounce that. Freaks. Sounding more like akin to a train breaking whilst being scraped by files than any mortal utterance. A burst
I
of flame
feel like that's
forces the
supposed to
flesh
be
of
undulating, but you misspelled it slightly.
How does shriek be undulating?
I don't
Let me look it
know.
up.
Who knows?
Never mind. I don't care. Revealing tens of tiny eye sockets spread across his brow, each sprouting a small gout of white, flame white as the neutron star. What the fuck? I'm writing fucking Lorna Shore lyrics. His left forearm stands out disproportionately, and his respective hand is an enormous keratinous pincer. Arteries resembling
worry,
ribbed
we're all
wires
guilty
start
of it.
bursting through the skin and connecting to the new appendage, pulsating as if giant lumps were passing through them. What the fuck?
We're all guilty of it, don't you worry.
This is actual, like, fucking... the flesh melts from his upper body, revealing a skeleton held together by what looks like pitch-dark vine. Finally, strands of his hair begin consolidating into tendrils, terminating and ends not unlike healing spear, as if bellows one last repulsive wail. Oh my fucking god. The newly created thing takes its first staggering paces, its form flickering and distorting as if on a low-quality VHS recording. Holy shit, it's the lady from The Ring.
Okay, maybe I was a little quick to comment. William notes.
It's fucking, what's her name? Sarah. No, her name's not Sarah. Whatever. It pushes itself upright with its pincher and holds out its remaining hand. A plain great sword, but a brilliant... I can't fucking speak anymore. Great, but why did I write it? Blade of brilliant white titan and a deep medial full appearing in a flash of lightning, which it grasps the handle. Why did I write this? It's just a fucking sword.
This is the AUL equivalent of equivalent of writing a Sonic fanfic.
This truly is. Extending
Least
post-dictation
robust
past the
Robert
body of the
Jordan prose.
least robust fucking losing my shit.
Some least robust something.
Least
Least robust
I don't know what it's the least
thing.
robust of, but it is.
Least robust fucking thing.
Least robust thing. Least robust piece of text.
Real.
Least robust piece of shit.
Least robust fucking like art. Anyway, it turns his gaze to William and WW, and his form ripples violently before it vanishes.
Least robust
WW
high
looks
art for Homestuck.
least robust
The fucking
inaugural address.
damn.
Bro, imagine like fucking like JFK reading this shit for his inaugural address, just completely unrelated.
Oh, God.
No one knows what the fuck he's talking about. He just keeps
He just keeps going.
He just keeps going.
his shit ass Boston accent.
Real. Oh my god.
Reading towards his head and manages to deflect the blow with the butt spike of his hammer. The sword buries itself in the wall, giving LBW ample opportunity to deliver a haymaker directly into its face, sending it to the floor.
There you go,
At
champ.
that
You
moment,
did it.
At that moment, William stands before the creature, though he remains behind protective glass. Enough! I command you to bow before my will.
Actually, just turned Scottish.
That's not Scottish. That's supposed to be Dutch.
I can't even tell the difference anymore, honestly.
I mean, when you really think about it, they're basically the same accent.
I mean, they're basically
That's
the same
true.
thing. I mean,
They're
how
on
far
the
is
same
Scotland?
continent. I think it counts.
It's the
as
same
thing.
continent. No,
That's
it's like how
true.
like it's like how Canadians and Brazilians are the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though we're not on the same continent.
Oh yeah, that is.
You're on the same planet. That's basically the same thing.
That's true.
You're on the same hemisphere, you know.
That's
like
also
Canadians
not
and,
true.
like,
the same Western hemisphere.
Western
Oh, you mean the
hemisphere.
Western one? Yeah, that makes sense.
You're in the same solar. You're in the same galaxy. It counts.
Yeah, we're in the same
Yeah.
universe. To be fair, we both exist. So like,
Yeah,
we're closer than we
exactly.
are apart.
The creature looks at William rather quickly, as if in surprise. It gathers itself and stands slowly, still staring directly at William.
Your purpose is to be subservient to the will of Slepalia, and in this case I shall represent that will as your commander. The Gore Slurper compels it so.
The creature looks William up and down, then performs a mock bow, ripping its sword from the wall with a noise like nails on a chalkboard.
Excellent. William turns to LBW. Now what?
LBW nods for Servant Goreworm to play a small video game the creature up to speed on what happened and what it needs to do.
Fucking
The creature turns
YouTube.
to William. It's just fucking like YouTube video essay
True. True.
on the events of the past like fucking like 10 years. It's probably been at this
He
point.
pulls up our read alouds.
I get like an abridged version that doesn't have all our whack ass fucking side tangents,
Or bullshit.
including Nazi B people.
Nah, you gotta
I
understand.
can't
what
believe that's
Nazi
actually a
is.
part of the fucking lore. That he was actually like a fucking Nazi scientist.
I mean, why not?
Hitler's greatest soldier versus nature's greatest bees.
Real.
It then points its pincer at the door to indicate that it is taking its leave and promptly walks out.
Ha, looks like it needs to be taught a few manners, but we're getting there.
LBW nods and advises, "Do not let this make you overconfident, William. It only recognizes your authority as it can't leave, and you showed initiative. As it gets more powerful, you need to be more engaged in keeping it in line.
Oh god.
I would suggest accepting a gift or two from the Dwarf Surfer. Go give him
The
a
sign is
fucking
coming
support."
It's
Your
coming
advice
up.
is duly noted, LBW. I will think about it.
It's coming up,
WW
dog.
nods again and says, "Then I believe our business here is
Oh
concluded."
god. Oh fuck. I
I'm gonna
believe
grab
it
some
is.
orange juice. I'm gonna grab
For
some
now.
orange juice while you do that shit.
Well,
I'll be
here
back.
goes nothing.
Hold on. Put on
I-
hold on a minute by silent partner while you read this.
Oh my god.
The Timotainment Facts video music, that's the one, put it on.
Oh, but what if I get copyright claim for that?
It's royalty free.
Oh, okay. Can you post it real quick? Because I'm not gonna go and look that up
Yeah.
myself.
Well, I
How
gotcha.
much fucking text is there? Oh my god, there's more. There's like a whole extended fucking. There's like a whole epilogue to the text. Holy shit.
Here you go, champ.
This is so fucking evil. Wait. I fucked it up. Hold on. I accidentally. Hold on a second. Let me
Listen, the
quickly
longer you
disable.
delay this, the more rest you give your throat.
That's true. I completely fucked up the window because I accidentally opened it on the window I was recording. So I went to YouTube instead of Discord. So I had to quickly reset it. This is
Right, I'm
so
back. Are you still not
fucking
done?
evil. No, I
He
didn't
hasn't
even
started
start yet. I have to set up this
What?
fucking music that A gave me.
You know the Timotainment
Oh my
Facts
fucking
videos?
God.
LEP, do you know the Timotainment Facts videos from
This
the
is all his
Surroundings
fucking
Wiki?
fault.
Oh, those were so fucking fire.
Yeah, I told Sign to put on the background music for those.
Actually, I want to listen to that too.
I posted it in the group chat.
Oh yeah. Yeah, let's fucking go.
That's the shit.
Fire.
You know what, actually?
Yeah.
This non-full screen is slightly better for recording purposes, so I'm gonna leave it like this.
Is it?
Whatever. I believe it is. For now. Meanwhile, in Brazil, the Skeld crew have been stuck in the same place for ages, guarded and surrounded by loan sharks. It's been a while since Captain's untimely death, and the crew misses him dearly. Man, player remarks, are we ever gonna get out of here? I don't know, veteran shrugs. At least, I know I stepped up and became the leader and all. Nobody ever agreed to that, engineer points out. You're not wrong, veteran admits. Regardless, I wouldn't say my leading skills are that great. Yeah, that's putting it lightly, engineer states. Would you guys just shut up? Player requests with sigh. We're stuck here and the last thing we need is to still be arguing. Engineer, have you been able to think of a way to escape? Nothing that wouldn't alert the loan sharks outside the cell, engineer says sadly. I think we're doomed to be stuck here until someone else comes and rescues us, and I don't think that'd ever happen. Just then, a bunch of mysterious cloaked figures show up and take the loan sharks after a brief fight. Or take out the loan sharks after a brief fight. Wait, what? Player begins, only to be knocked unconscious along with the rest of the crew as the cloaked figures move in and abduct them. When the Skeld crew wakes, they're in a mysterious, dimly lit area until the lights turn on. They've been put in comfortable beds and their shackles have been removed, and they're surrounded by a bunch of sea creatures, such as sharks, whales, dolphins, fish, and other such animals. Huh? Player asks, confused. Just then a particular sea creature walks up to them, Cephalopod, leader of the Lone Sea Creatures Union. Hello, Skeld crew. A pleasure to finally meet you, he remarks with a grin. Cephalopod, engineer asks, what's going on? Why are we not being treated with cruelty right now? Cephalopod proceeds to explain what his intentions are. Cephalopod proceeds to explain that his intentions are to help the Skeld crew in a rebellion against Skarkle, who he has become increasingly dissatisfied with. He also explains that his agents had to disguise themselves when rescuing the Skeld crew, so as not to be identified as Union members yet. The Skeld crew is relieved to hear that the Union is on their side, but curious as to what will come next. Cephalopod proceeds to give him an offer. He will promise the Skeld crew lives of peace and fun if they help the Union overthrow Skarkle. The Skeld crew graciously accepts this offer, and the two parties discuss things further over a nice meal. It is at the end of the meal, when Cephalopod reveals something else, that there is a new threat rising in the shadows led by someone who has been working closely with Skarkle in recent times. And who is this ally of Skarkle? Engineer questions. Cephalopod gives the Skeld crew a very sincere look, or at least as sincere as the Cephalopod's look could possibly be, and then he says, Mr. Egg. The entire Skeld crew is startled, as they had no idea Mr. Egg was still out there, but Cephalopod insists that he's not the one who should explain this part. Instead, he calls in one of his own allies to explain the situation further, and the Skeld crew gasp again upon seeing who enters the room next. The gentleman? Player exclaims in shock. Hello, my friends, the gentleman declares. It's been a while, hasn't it? After the gentleman joins his former friends at the table, he explains that he's been off bath salts for a while now and trying to better himself, and that he left his home in Sweden after it fell to Slurperia, and was let in by the Lone Sea Creatures Union and given a place to stay by Cephalopod. He also explains that Mr. Egg, what Mr. Egg is up to and why. He reveals that after the original Bath Salts Empire was repossessed and collapsed, Mr. Egg eventually came to the gentleman looking to be cured of his addiction. The gentleman tried to cure him, but it only worked halfway, leaving Mr. Egg still addicted to bath salts and the pursuit of power, but resistant to much of their intelligence dampening effects, meaning he was turned into an incredibly dangerous threat. Later on, Mr. Egg left and began forming a new bath salts empire from the shadows, all while the rest of the events of AUL were playing out, and all while the Skeld crew was trapped in Brazil. However, Mr. Egg has chosen to name his version of the BSC the Empire of the Bath Salts, or the ESB. That would be the EBS, actually, but whatever. Which means its economy...
Salts of the bath.
Real. Which means its economy is actually functional. And because he's intelligent, while still being a bath salts addict hellbound on ultimate power, he's now a much more competent ruler, and significantly more of a threat than the gentleman ever was. Ergo, Mr. Egg and the ESB, which is still fucked up with the acronym, but whatever, need to be stopped before it's too late. Or they will sleep in and claim large chunks of Earth for themselves. The gentleman acknowledges that while he was addicted before, that doesn't excuse many of the things he did in the time of the original BSC, and he promises the Skeld crew that he will do everything in his power to make things right. I mean, it legitimately came across as mind control at points. I think maybe it does excuse it.
He could probably get that, honestly.
The Skeld crew is reluctant, but with no other options, they agree. We'll give you another chance, gentlemen, player assures. Please don't fuck it up. And just like that, the newfound allies prepare their next move and hope for the best. When the gentleman learns of Captain's death, he's also greatly distraught, of course. What a shame. I wish he had been able to see me in a better state. To have one more... I forgot the British accent. What a shame. I wish he had been able to see me in a better state. That's Scottish. What?
Just give up at this point. Just give up.
Fake fan.
European, good enough.
True.
They're on the same continents.
What the fuck is a kilometer?
What the fuck is a kilometer?
What the fuck is a kilometer?
What a shame. I wish he had been able to see me in a better state. That's still Scottish!
I mean, technically,
I wish he's still able to see me in a better state.
What a
I
shame.
wish he'd been able to see me in a better state.
Oh god, I accidentally spit all over my laptop. Fuck.
What a
Well,
shame.
how did you-
I wish... What a shame. I wish he had been able to see me in a better state. To have one more memory of me where I wasn't trying to be a deranged dictator and subjugate his entire
That's not
crew.
a fucking British accent. That's a
Trying my
dumbass
best.
interpretation
Fuck
of
you.
a French man doing a British accent.
Fuck off.
I've been to Britain before. They don't speak
So
like
have
that.
I have too.
But have
been
you
to
had to
better.
read something like this? No.
I've been to Britain better than you.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to London, so I went to the best Britain.
I went to London too.
They didn't.
So did I.
Oh god. I suppose I have not the right to complain about such things, however. In any case, I hope he
I
rests
had the
well.
longest flight to London.
He will be remembered as a hero, no doubt about it. Player, veteran, and engineer nod in agreement, along with Jeff Lapod, and the group continues to discuss their plans. Meanwhile, 55,739. Technoblade continues fighting the rear guard in Albuquerque, trying to break into the city. Wait, LVP, you've got his lines. Holy fuck.
I get precisely 1, 2, 3, 4 lines.
Insane.
He's definitely looked like Gore Slurper's soldiers.
He shouts back to his allies.
This is so fucking awkward. I think we stumbled upon their attempted siege on the city.
He looks at the chaos occurring nearby and scowls.
Bastards. I'll have to do what I can to save as many innocent lives as possible.
He
proceeds to shoot several fireworks at the rear guard, trying to create an opening in their lines at any cost.
I tried to have like an actual air of like, you know, like emotion.
That's fair.
Encore.
It does create a small gap.
Brilliant.
You have to say that shit.
Right behind you, laddie,
so do you want me to
Danny
read them
remarks as he and Techno rush through the gap and into the city, joining the fight.
Do you want me to read them now, Poseidon?
Fuck it, sure.
Murder Fist and Plague Fucker accompany them.
Get some water in you. As does Claire. The group begins to go around the city, taking out as many Slurperians as they can, careful to guard their flanks against the rear guards.
Yeah, of course.
Meanwhile,
of course.
Lickwold grows tired of the Hermanian resistance and seeks to annihilate it himself.
Techno 6's dog army on the Slurperians one by one, with his dogs going after everyone he so much as lands a hit on. This proves to be a very effective tactic for his allies and a very annoying one for the Slurperians. Danny uses his bagpipe to create sonic blasts that knock away the Slurperians who try to intercept Techno. They're also
How many
able to
people
save
have fucking
many
sonic
civilians.
blasts?
Yeah, that's a very
Oh,
common thing.
That seems to be a general consistency I've noticed. They save various civilians by blasting Slurperians away from them before the civilians can be killed. Claire helps these civilians escape the city through the opening Techno and the gang created, and they waste no time getting in any cars they can find and driving off. Soon enough, Mike and 3805, among the other defenders of the city, take notice of what's going on. Mike meets up with Techno and his allies in the center of the city, where defenses are still holding up. How does Mike sound again? I haven't watched the show.
It's like
He kind of sounds
Sorry,
like
cut out
this. No.
you got like the gruff
not
old
really.
man voice.
Yeah, like a gruff
Technoblade.
old man voice.
Technoblade. He asks, "Didn't expect to see you around these parts."
What's going on?
Techno asks.
Techno asks.
Oh my bad.
That should be like
I
two
got it.
words in the middle of my line. This is the most scuffed voice acting ever.
Real? That just makes it better though. It just
You're
adds
like
to
German stuff. You're
it
like
adds
German
the
stuff,
comedic
right?
value in the perfect way.
I'm Mike Herman.
Yeah.
Mike nods.
We're giving
And
those
they were given-
Slurperian bastards everything we've got. Wait, is that Mike or Techno?
That's
so-
Mike.
fuck,
That's
that's Mike.
Mike. That's Mike.
Oh,
Yeah.
my bad.
Given those Slurperian.
How the fuck do you pronounce it?
Slurperian.
I just. That's the stupidest goddamn thing I've ever heard. I'm ignoring you.
And we're
What do you
given-
mean?
Given those
that's the most sensible.
That's the most obvious.
That's the most sensible.
Well, you have the word slurper, right? And then you add E into it. So my first thought is slurper Ian. Like what the hell?
That just sounds weird, though.
No, it doesn't.
It does sound weird. It does.
No, I think you don't know your own lore.
What? Okay.
I think you don't know. I think you don't know these nuts in your mouth.
No, I do actually. I tasted them before.
What?
So,
It's so out of left field.
What's if they're not?
I need to get off the fucking Slurper juice.
I need to get off all those angel dusts.
Don't forget the
Fucking go.
Stardust. And the lean. And the protein shake.
Especially
And the Dawn dish soap.
Real.
and the dog. And
We're never gonna get to the end of Albuquerque.
Just because it's good for the ducks doesn't mean it's good for you.
The protein milkshake.
Okay, you know what? Hey, you can pronounce it however the fuck you want.
You're skyjacking
you.
harvest.
Since you want to be all high and mighty about it.
You with us or not?
We're fighting the Gore Slurpers. Count me in.
Techno assures. Oh, my bad. I keep fucking that up. Okay.
Get some water, dog.
How is there still more text?
I don't fucking know. What about the loan sharks?
They were our allies, but they in Ohio 3. Oh, wait, that's
your
mine.
line.
Oh, this dialogue is so fucking.
What the hell is this?
This is really terribly formatted, man. This
What
is why.
This is why we moved to Tuppers.
Yeah, this is why we moved to Tuppers. This is so
horrifically formatted. This is like blood meridian. This is like blood meridian level dialogue, except it actually has quotations.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
Jesus
your
Christ.
line then.
Wait. Who the fuck says what about the?
No, that's Techno.
It's a genuine.
It
You
is
need a genuine PhD to unravel who says what in this fucking scene.
There's no. But it seems like. Okay. So it's my line.
Yeah, it's your line.
Okay. What about the loan shark?
Jesus Christ. Not to be confused with Rat's Foot.
No. This is like Cormac McCarthy level dialogue. What the fuck?
I just realized I'm still playing the fucking music. I'm gonna go insane.
Cozy, if you ever read Blood Meridian, you were gonna wish for this fucking dialogue.
I mean,
It is genuinely so much worse.
At least with Blood
It is-
Meridian, though, don't the characters have like distinct enough voices that you can kind of just tell?
Not really. Unless it's like something you can only everyone else is kind of blend.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, I assumed it was mostly just the main characters.
Oh, fuck. Okay. We're never gonna finish this.
I mean, like you
They
can
were
kind of
allies,
tell.
I drank a lot of water. Can I just do all these now? I'm just gonna take
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, sure, okay.
Even the
Okay.
technical.
Yeah, sure,
Yeah,
whatever.
alright,
I'll take back the techno ones for this scene. If we're fighting the Gore Slurperists, count me in. Techno assures. What about the loan sharks? They were our allies, but they and Ohio 3 have turned their backs on us, Mike explains. The moment Slurperia began to overwhelm us, they started gobbling up our land because they knew we weren't useful to them anymore. As Mike, 3 out of 5, Techno and his allies regroup, Mike explains what's happened so far in the current war. When he gets to Walt and Gus's deaths, Claire scoffs. Well, of course that's what happened. Walt betrayed us and left us in the nether. Good riddance, really. Yeah, he's always been a pain in the ass, Mike agrees. I just barely missed out on you, on your attempts to do a fucking Scottish accent, eh? But without Gus, Los Pollos Hermanos is on the brink of collapse, and all we can do is hold off the Slurperians for as long as we can while we protect the people. As I said, Techno replies, I will fight by your side, Armentrout. Let's give these Hellspawn a battle they'll never forget.
For funsies.
The defenders of Albuquerque disperse once more and return to the front lines, fighting back with all their might. Techno shoots fireworks and cuts down carcasses with his sword, whereas Danny continues using his bagpipes, and Mike continues using his handgun, which is somehow really effective purely because he's the one using it. Claire happens to gain a hold of a rocket launcher, which she uses against the carcass quite excitedly. Murder Fist... It's a fucking Fortnite loot drop.
It's the fucking Fortnite squad.
Murder Fist and Plaguefucker also bring their own abilities to the table.
Plaguefucker uses his gun to rain fire upon the carcasses, though he looks away at every opportunity he gets. Murder Fist uses his sword skill to masterfully cut down his foes, though he's trying to drag it out as long as possible.
Wait, I think we're almost at the moment.
Holy shit, finally.
3805 also helps by using his ice powers to freeze various carcasses. Okay, A, I'm gonna let you do this line, because I want to see what you got. I'm gonna also pause the music.
Okay. How close are we to getting all the remaining survivors out of the city? Claire asks.
I mean, that's technically functional.
Functional?
How close are we to getting all the remaining survivors out of the city?
That's not bad.
Nancy?
We're getting real close.
I can
Mike
do it,
says.
just not on
We just
command.
need to hold out a little longer.
It's that, and that all the carcasses just.
Huh? Techno asks. Well, this is kind of anticlimactic. Do we scare them that bad?
They then begin moving aside with extreme coordination, making a clear path to the back of their lines where a figure is faintly visible.
Dot,
Oh, dear.
dot. Techno narrows his eyes. Oh.
As the figure approaches, storm clouds roll in with it. Great arcs of lighting.
I think that's supposed to mean lightning.
Just fucking light bulbs just appear in the clouds.
It's like fucking strobe lights.
That's every
It's like a
fucking light
fucking.
bulb, don't you?
It's like a
It's just like-
fucking
it's just like-
concert.
Like Christmas lights. It's like Christmas lights.
Christmas lights.
And they flash across the approaching clouds.
Jingle bells, like Volt's on his way. Jingle bells, you will rue the day.
Why does it all feel like? Why does it feel like we're all just inebriated?
The funny thing is that I can't be drunk
That's
because I
sober juice.
swore off alcohol. So I'm just like this. Yeah, we're all just
Bro,
fucking
bro swore
insane
an oath.
today.
This guy swore.
Yeah, probably.
He's serious.
Yeah, no,
That we're all
I'm
not
fucking serious, bro.
Slurper juice.
Oh my
Slurper
god.
juice.
They
They got that Slurper Juice 0.0 now.
I don't even think you finished that
I got that
sentence.
dog power
Ollie.
watch.
Great arcs of
They got that
lighting
fucking fluids.
flashed across the approaching clouds.
As Mike stares at the approaching figure, his brain goes into overdrive thinking of a plan. Here's what's gonna happen, he says, turning to his newfound
Holy shit,
allies.
everything.
Say that again. I'm assuming you all know who this fucker is. When he gets here, we're all going after him at once. None of us are strong enough to take him on by ourselves. So we're gonna work as a team, you got it? I can work with
Why do you
that.
sound like the
Techno
guy from the
remarks.
fucking Ford commercial?
Before turning to face the figure again. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. He remembers the same figure from a while ago during the third Carcass War. He remembers clearly the duel they fought and grips his sword firmly, preparing for a rematch.
What is this? Some kind of Battle of Albuquerque?
Holy shit. Holy shit.
What is this?
Hold on,
Some
let me
kind
get
of
some royalty
Among Us
free-
lore read aloud 11?
Holy shit.
Absolute cinema.
Hang on, let me get some royalty-free battle music.
I am not playing more fucking royalty-free music, dude.
Yes, you are. You're gonna love it.
Fucking hate you.
It's not. Hold on a minute this time. I promise.
I didn't say it. I didn't say it was. I just don't want to play more royalty-free music, bro. I mean,
Fucking
granted,
do
I
something
don't.
wrong to yourself.
Granted, I
That's
want
the
to play
slurper- that's the slurper juice
non-royalty-free
in your brain.
music
Get it out.
even less.
We
But
should put Sneaky Snitch over this battle.
yeah.
Well, I didn't quite grab that, but I did still grab something royalty-free.
Okay. Let's not fuck up the linking again. Let's see what this is. Oh, why is this actually kind of fire?
Yeah, why is it actually like okay? Yeah, no, wait, no. Okay. I don't feel it.
I mean, I would have chosen something else, but copyright or something
Yeah,
like that.
we can't.
Nah,
We
this-
can't be playing.
No, this actually is kind of good though.
Okay.
Otherwise, we would have to just like blast black metal over the whole
Otherwise-
fight scene.
Otherwise,
I
I have
know,
no
right?
choice but to make battle music sounds with my mouth.
Oh my god, that's what
Start-
happens when
start
we have
like-
zero fucking budget.
Start beatboxing. To start beatboxing the Ride of the Valkyries.
Battle beatboxing.
The beatbox like the Ride of the Valkyries or some shit.
This is
I mean,
what Watcher
can
should
they-
have done
can-
to resolve their budget problems instead of like setting up a paid streaming service and moving all their content there.
I mean, if we listen to a copyrighted song and then like beatbox that song, is it really copyright infringement?
I don't think so, no.
See, exactly.
The problem is that you have to beatbox the whole song.
Yeah, and
I
I'll
mean, if
just
you can
get
do
long
it,
extensions. It'll be fine.
sure, man, whatever. LVP, I think it's your line.
Oh yeah. Figure comes into view, the clank of heavy armored footsteps and the deep guttural growl of the, why did I say it like that? Of an irrationally powerful engine punctuating each second of its arrival. The figure stands far taller than any near it, putting even the largest bear on its hind legs. Just, I don't know why, but
Are you winning, son?
what the fuck does a bear have to do with anything?
I mean, it's an analogy to the size, I guess. Danny
I know,
begins
but like,
warming
why,
up.
why a bear?
I mean, bears can be pretty big.
I mean, no, I know,
It's actually a
I get why I get the point. I just don't know why I specifically chose the bear.
This is actually this is actually a clever reference to Lickville being a homosexual.
When was this ever established?
Right now.
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess that's technically true. It has been established right now.
Yeah.
We established it. I mean, what can we do?
Exactly. Danny begins warming up with a particular bagpipe song, preparing to use the full might of his Scottish powers against the figure. I like how this implies his powers are just inherent to being Scottish.
Like, any Scot can do this.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's a good thing anymore, though.
yeah, you're right, because that would mean Galloway can do
Choice
it.
meant Scotland.
Claire-
Imagine Galloway whips out the bagpipe sword and just.
Nah, we're cooked, bro. Claire aims her rocket launcher directly at the figure, poised to fire at a moment's notice. Mike also has his gun trained on him, his grip steady as can be.
Like, that's gonna fucking do anything.
That's a good, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
At the immense chainsaw and the rough shape of a cleaver it wields looks built for a wielder even larger. And then the bear, I guess.
Of course.
Apparently.
A thick clawed gauntlet on its opposite hand makes a scraping sound as the bolt of its attached double-barreled machine gun cycles. Holy shit, it's Horus from Warhammer 40,000, the Horus Heresy.
Damn.
Surmounting it all, the skull mask adorned with twin stars, and an incredibly elaborate pattern seems to sneer at those it gazes upon, its inhumanly sharp teeth ready for bloodletting. The figure comes to a halt, rough, deep breaths penetrating the air as the new arrival's presence brings a virulent thunderstorm to Albuquerque.
Techno
Yeah, that was
scowls.
actually kind of fire.
Yeah, that was really good. Here we go again.
Yeah.
Lickful emits a guttural, throaty chuckle as he sees Techno.
Like,
That was not so fly.
what is this? Our third encounter, I think? Yes, as I recall, we fought once in the days of Carcass Land and once back in Scotland at the beginning of the Gore Slurpers resurgence.
I mean,
But this
technically,
time you
Carcass
won't
Land
get
still
away.
exists.
That's true. But this time you won't get away unscathed. You made a mistake coming here, because our will is iron. I refuse to let you subjugate this world any longer. We all do.
You could
Our
say he has
hearts-
a heart of iron.
Yeah, our hearts of iron stand in defiance.
Our hearts of iron for.
There's 4 hearts of iron, dude. It totally lines up.
Holy shit.
We've got hearts of iron for this very moment.
That's true.
Lickfold's about to impose his new order.
Holy shit, dude.
No.
Is this the new orders? The last days of Europe?
Yeah.
Holy
the last
shit.
days of New Mexico?
Last days of New Mexico.
Order.
The fire has risen.
The Hearts of Iron 4 collapsing Albuquerque.
Collapsing Albuquerque, rise of radicalism.
Now we just need fucking MacArthur to show up for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Douglas MacArthur shows up and immediately just like nukes all of Albuquerque.
I mean, why not at this point?
MacArthur shows up, and the entire story just slowly but surely turns completely white. And then neon green.
Sure. Oh my god. Okay, I think you have lines here, LBP.
Okay, yeah.
Good lord.
You say this as if you possess the slightest hint of agency over your fate. Let me inform you, insects, of your true standing in this moment. You have come all this way
This is
from place.
canon voice now, by the way.
Yeah,
No,
he's
this
just
is
a
not his canon
Californian dude.
I am not doing his canon voice. You cannot pay me enough money to do his canon voice.
I can.
You say this as if you possess the slightest
Honest-
agency over your fates.
Honestly, you know what? That's actually like better than what I had, so fucking go ahead, eh?
Yeah, sure, take it away.
Alrighty.
Let me inform you, insect, of your true standing in this moment.
Holy shit,
You've
dude.
come all this way from a place only that which forever thirsts may know what the fuck is this dialogue, man. To die by my hand.
It's crazy how he canonically said all
how
that.
How is he actually doing black metal vocals? This is actually insane.
My old friend. Danny shook his head. You broke free from the Gore Slapper's influence once. If you want to speak
Or
of
intense
agency, it's not too late to stop this. You can fight back, lad.
You think I am not free, that I am but a toiling serf under an unforgiving master.
Bellows with laughter and spreads his arms.
Does this scene speak to you of detainment as my armies crush your futile resistance, as my allies master the denizens of our Lord's very dominion? I am but a pawn.
Both scoffs.
He sounds like fucking Megatron.
That's what I was about to say. He sounds like a fucking like Decepticon,
That's true.
Damn, really?
but it's actually so fire. Like,
Yeah, it's fire. It's fire. It's kind of like a mix between Decepticon and like, I don't
this
know.
is like if Megatron
Voldemort
started
or
like a
something?
black metal solo project,
Yeah.
or like a black metal
I
solo
like to
project.
practice. I like to practice my raspy voices.
You still have a line.
It is you.
Yeah, I was reading it.
It is you who are blind to fate, Daniel, and as a man burned at the stake, you are illuminated just before your death.
You could even say he's a damned Daniel.
A boy denied of his vans.
It's true. It's true.
I tried so
There's a
hard
brief
having Horror
pause.
Farm there, but I fucking failed so hard.
There's a brief pause. Then Techno turns to Danny. Yeah, sorry, man. Or that's right. That's Techno. That's not Danny. There's a brief pause. Then Techno turns to
I
Danny.
know, just turned Scottish for a second.
This
He
format
turned on the
fucking
Scottish
sucks.
language
I
filter.
hate it.
He turned on the Highland pig mode.
Real shit.
You turned on the Bulgarian filter.
Yeah, sorry, man. I think we're gonna have to kill this guy. Danny hesitates for a moment and then nods. Aye, that we are. All right, folk. That's also not Scottish. It's spreading. All right,
His
folks.
accent
Mike
filter is
declares.
just going.
Let's show this
Anyway,
fucker exactly what
hate-
we're made of. 3 out of
I
5.
hate the
Freeze
format.
the
All my
bastard.
homies hate the format. Fuck the format.
This format is so fucking terrible. Upon hearing the
Can't wait until
request,
we go to the part
I
of fucking toughers.
I know, right?
Fuck, I was ahead of my time.
Upon hearing the request, Ice Golem 3 out of 5 acts on instant, using his ice powers to freeze Lickbull to the ground by his feet. Claire immediately takes the opportunity to fire a rocket at him with the rocket launcher she still holds. Techno joins in by firing a firework. This is like reading Discord on compact mode. It's so fucking terrible.
Lightfold manages to deflect the projectiles via his claw hand. He then attempts to break free from the ice.
Yeah, I suppose a Californian would want to break free from the ice.
Oh my god, I just got that. That took a moment.
Oh my god.
The deflected rocket launcher and firework both end up hitting other Slurparians, though. 3805 commands his fellow ice golems to hold off the rest of Lickfold's army as the main defenders focus on fighting Lickfold himself.
Not like Lickfold cares about his. He probably did it intentionally for dramatic effect.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, he just did it to Aura Farm.
Yeah.
Lickfold tries hitting the ice with his cleaver, which chips it slightly.
Mike decides to stare menacingly at Lickfold, distracting him for a moment. That's when Danny finally begins playing the song he's been preparing for, which causes a sonic blast to carry all the way to where Lickfold is standing. The pressure makes it difficult for him to chip away at the ice, as he has to focus on holding back the sonic blast from the bagpipe. We can't let up for even a moment, Techno declares. He glances over to Murderfist and Plaguefucker. If there's anything you can do to weaken him, do it now.
Plaguefucker hesitates a bit and then starts shooting at Lickfold. Murderfist takes up his own gun and does the same.
Keep up the pressure, Techno shouts. I'm confronting him head on. At that, he uses Ender Pearls to quickly make his way over to Lickfold. He brandishes his sword and proceeds to run up Lickfold and kick him in the chin, backflipping off and landing elegantly, preparing to defend himself from whichever response Lickfold has in store for him. If you think of yourself as such a god, Lickfold, you've only put a target on your back, for it is my duty to destroy the very concept of hierarchy, and I will slay all the gods that I must. You are just one of many. He lets out his iconic deep chuckle and faces down Lickfold as the barrage from his allies continues.
Lickfold raises his claw arm and fires a salvo of high-explosive Greek fire rounds.
As opposed to the low explosive ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Techno downs a fire resistance potion and just stands perfectly still, letting the fire run over him, as Lickfold doesn't realize yet that he's immune.
I mean, he's immune
Techno's
to the
many.
fire, not so much the fucking, high explosives and the fucking bullets.
Maybe he has blast.
bad.
Maybe he has blast prod in his armor. He has blast prod in his armor. Techno's many dogs come to help him,
the
but he
fucking
brushes them
bullets.
away, telling them to join the fight against the rest of the Slurparians, and as he can handle himself. The dogs reluctantly do as they're told, joining 3805's ice golems and the remaining Hermanian troops in the greater battle. Honestly, if Techno had pit bulls, I think all these fights would be over in a few minutes.
Well, no,
Yeah,
they're all
probably.
well, I mean, everyone's over like 5, so I don't think it.
That's true.
He pulled out the de-aginator.
Yeah, he just turns
The fucking-
Lickfold into a he whips out the fucking
Here's the
Elise
stand
stand from like Stardust Crusaders.
The fucking set.
He contracts Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
The de-aginator.
Ah, Perry the Platypus.
Every
Have
single
you seen my
pitbull in like a
de-aginator?
every single pitbull in like a 5-mile radius instantly locks in the moment Lickfold becomes a child.
Just like, I mean, technically he was. In future events, a pit bull is present.
That's true. There are pit
It
bulls.
is.
Lickfold realizes the futility of the gun and it continues attempting to break free.
Eventually, 3805's ice begins to grow weak and cracks start forming. Techno readies his sword, knowing that he's going to have to put every ounce of skill he has into the duel that's soon to come. He downs a speed potion as well as a resistance and regeneration potion and readies his golden apples, knowing he will need to use every trick in his book to stay alive.
Lickfold finally breaks free, kicking an ice chunk at Danny to cease the bagpipe song, subduing the ex-carcasses with a swing of his cleaver at such force the shockwave blows them away. The absolute war farming.
I know, right?
Imagine someone being so insignificant to you that you just have to swing at them and they just fucking.
Techno barely even
He does
manages to
look
stay
at
on
you.
his feet, but he just barely does. I don't know why I used barely twice in the same sentence.
Yeah, I don't know why you just said that.
He re-steadies himself and rushes forward, clashing weapons with Lickfold at impossible speed. Of course, some of it is due to the speed potion he drank, but some is because of his natural reflexes, which he has honed after countless years of practice.
Lickfold
It's
shoves
because
Techno's
it's
weapon
actual
aside and slams his armored boot into Techno's ribs, sending him flying into a building.
Techno stumbles and trembles as he gets back to his feet, but he refuses to give up. He gapples and ender pearls onto the side of the building, launching himself off of it and flipping through the air with his sword, trying to land an unexpected attack on his enemy. I actually specifically remember this part. This was pretty cool.
In this specific action.
Yes,
This
more or less.
specific one.
I had a pretty strong
Liquid-
mental image of it.
Liquid slams Techno into the ground with the flat of his cleaver, then swings it down at him in an attempt to bisect him.
Techno manages to block the cleaver with his sword just in the nick of time, furiously pushing upward to the best of his ability to keep Lickvold at bay. I almost said Leakvold, but whatever. 3805
Leakvold.
decides
it's
to
not his name,
interval.
Miku.
Holy shit. 3805 decides to intervene with his ice powers, turning the ground under Techno to ice. Techno doesn't waste a second and uses the opportunity to slide away and back to his feet, escaping his predicament. He then quickly fireworks Lickvold in the shoulder to catch him off guard and rushes at him again, leading to a second round of melee weapon clashing. In the meantime, Claire rushes to Danny's side and helps him back to his feet, while Mike does the same for Murderfist and Plaguefucker.
Lickvold rakes his claws against Techno and X-Men, then spins around and uppercuts him into the air.
Thinking fast,
Damn.
Techno brings himself back to the ground with an Ender Pearl and takes cover behind a house to gapple and rethink his next attack plan. Now that Claire has helped Danny back up, she fires another rocket at Lickvold, trying to take the pressure off Techno.
Lickvold shrugs it off, and fires a few runs from his gun at Claire to distract her.
Claire
He didn't
says,
even bother to, block it or anything. He's just...
He just does that.
I mean, obviously. Claire says bus, causing a bus to instantly materialize and block all the bullets. None of the bullets reach her, but the bus is completely ruined beyond any feasible use as it falls to the ground.
Lickvold picks up the bus with his claw hand and attempts to slam it down on Techno.
I love how selectively the bus ability is used. Like, there's so many other
Yeah,
situations where you
right,
could
yeah.
do that, and they just don't.
They just don't. Great.
Techno uses his immense skill to jump into the bus and run through it as it's smashing into the ground, emerging from the other side and propelling himself through the air. I don't know why I didn't remember this part. But I
This
did remember
causes
the
the bus
fucking
to
swing.
explode.
Techno allows the force of the explosion to propel him forward further, and he's able to land a lucky kick on Lickvold as a result, causing him to stumble. 3805 summons an ice spike to cause Lickvold to stumble even more, not helping the situation.
Lickvold recovers and raises his cleaver to the air, summoning lightning bolts to strike 305 and Techno.
Lickvold turns into low tier god and tells Techno to kill himself now.
Mike gets in the way to protect 3805, causing the lightning bolts to stop in their tracks by simply being extremely intimidating. I guess. In
Damn.
Techno's case, he manages
Apparently.
to deflect. Yeah, Mike's entire power just seems to be aura farming. In Techno's case, he manages to deflect most of the bolts of his sword, although one strikes his shoulder and injures him, forcing him to grapple again. Wouldn't he have, shoulder guards, considering he's wearing armor?
I don't
It's just
Oh, fucking
that
no,
strong, It just goes
That's
through
true. That's fair.
it. Lickvold uses the opportunity to shoulder charge Techno, especially painful because of all the spikes on his armor.
1 second. Techno yells out. Techno yells out in pain, although he takes the opportunity to slash at Lickvold with his sword and successfully cuts through his armor, enough to leave a gash. Of course, Techno's own netherite armor shields him from the worst of the spike impact, but he's still hurt and he has to pearl away and gapple again.
Plaguefucker slowly gets up and sneaks behind Mike, about to swing his sword at his neck when his Murderfist tackles him.
Huh? Danny shouts out, distracted by the sudden betrayal right as he was about to use his bagpipe again. In the meantime, 3805 begins jumping from rooftop to rooftop, intending to back up Techno. He jumps on top of Lickvold and tries to repeatedly punch him, knowing he can use his powers to refreeze bits of his body if he's damaged.
Lickvold holds 3805 in place and summons lightning to strike him.
3805 summons an ice shield to absorb most of the lightning, but the impact still sends him flying backward. By now, Techno's back in action, and he starts fireworking Lickvold rapidly while dashing around him, slashing a circle into the ground with his sword, which just so happens to be enchanted with fire aspect. This causes the circle to erupt into flames.
Lickvold forms a barrier around himself with Gore Slurper's magics, plural. He's not only using one.
Yeah,
That's
he's
just
using
yeah,
all of them.
firework. He's using
All
multiple
of
magic.
them.
Yeah, multiple
He's
at
using
once.
every magic.
He's dual
The great
wielding.
multitude.
Meanwhile, Mike realizes he almost died to Plaguefucker and whirls around to see what's going on. What the hell is this? He asks Murderfist.
That always sounds more Sutherland. Murderfist tries to respond but gets socked in the face.
Looks like we've got a traitor in our midst, Mike remarks. He raises his gun to execute Plaguefucker on the spot, but Danny grabs his arm in time to stop him. No, wait. He's not normally like this. At least not anymore. That's not really Scottish. Hold on. No, wait. He's not normally like this. At least not anymore. Not anymore? Mike raises an eyebrow. A Plaguefucker normally wouldn't do this. Then he explains. I think he's being corrupted by Lickfold's influence right now. Hold on, I'll try and set him free. Danny begins playing a song on his bagpipe intended to clear Plaguefucker's mind and force Lickfold's influence out of him. Claire, Mike, back up Techno in 3 out of 5. Murderfist and I will take care of this.
Plaguefucker stops attacking Murderfist and starts clutching his head.
Mike and Claire both nod, turning back to the main fight and firing their respective projectile weapons at Lickfold.
Lickfold supercharges his barrier, causing it to explode outward and stun his assailants.
And Techno gets knocked back, hitting 3 out of 5, who just got back to his feet. The two of them go tumbling into a wall, and Techno is forced to grapple once again. That amount of power, Techno shakes his head. No one person deserves it, much less someone like him.
No one man should have this much power.
I mean, that's a good point. Tendrils of lightning extend from Lickfold's claw tips and grab a propane tank, which they throw at Techno in 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5 forms an ice barrier and stops the tank before it reaches them, but the resulting explosion does shower them in ice shards. Most harmlessly bounce off Techno's armor, but some of them leave cuts on his on his face and arms.
Lickfold summons bolts of lightning strike the building near them, causing it to collapse onto them.
3 out of 5 forms an ice slide for them to escape with, which proceeds to shatter behind them. They thankfully make it to the ground safely and then face down Lickfold again.
Lickfold's eyes begin to glow white and lasers start shooting forth from them.
I mean, why not?
Oh, this is the one where he just starts bullshitting all of these abilities.
It's like if every bullshit Star Platinum ability was manifested in one fight.
To be fair, that's kind of what I did with Skarkle.
Techno uses his sword to block the lasers, but it's starting to lose durability.
I mean, Skarkle
Cover
makes
me
more
for a
sense,
moment. 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5 nods and forms ice barriers, holding off the lasers temporarily as Techno plops down an anvil and quickly repairs his sword. 3 out of 5, I need you to distract Kang.
I mean, like, Skarkle's bullshit at least makes sense because you can explain it, because it's just like beam power shit. But, like, Lickfold is like, oh yeah, you can explain
Lickfold. You can explain Lickfold, of course, is magic, though.
I mean,
he just does that.
At least it's not like something like completely different. Like Sparkle is usually just him using like a beam to do something like a particular way.
I guess that tracks.
Fucking Lickfold stops the lasers and uses the rocket boosters installed in his greaves. Shoulder charge through the barrier. Grab Techno by the leg and use him as a flail to beat the shit out of 3805.
I guess he just
Why
has
does he
those.
have rockets? That's fucking rockets, and he didn't.
I guess he does.
I mean, why wouldn't he have rockets at this point?
Techno
it makes
free
sense. Never
and pearls away, shooting a couple fireworks at Lickfold to buy 3805 time to get to safety. Claire and Mike help out by firing at Lickfold as well.
Lickfold telekinetically halts the fireworks and detonates them a good 5 yards out.
Sure, why not?
Fucking Mal.
He just fucking do this shit. He's just that cracked.
He's just that strong.
Sure. Meanwhile, Danny is still playing that song of his bagpipe, trying to rescue Plaguefucker.
Plaguefucker is pacified, but not doing anything productive.
Danny looks at Lickfold, who doesn't look like he's even struggling against Techno in 3805. Murderfist, lad. Make sure Plaguefucker stays subdued. I'm going to rejoin the fight.
Murderfist, not.
At that, Danny turns to the fight and begins playing the previous song, disorienting Lickfold enough for Techno to rush at him and engage him in melee combat again. That's just so that he can engage him in melee combat, not beat him.
Just to engage him. That's
just so he can not die.
305
not
uses his ice
instantly
powers to
explode.
frost over Lickfold's limbs, slowing down his response time as much as possible.
Just so he can fight him.
Yeah.
Just so he has a chance.
They have to get through the pre-fight paywall before they can actually fight him.
Lickfold manages
Crazy.
to hold Techno off due to the massive size of his cleaver, requiring minimal movement to block attacks.
After realizing
The
he
fight
can't
pr-
really
the
beat
fight proper
Lickfold
is-
in this
is-
manner, Techno leaps back and
The
radios
fight
to
proper
Mike.
is well behind a microtransaction.
That's so true. I mean, that's what it's going to be like soon at the end of the current arc. Are any of the civilians left
God.
still? Mike checks in with his fellow Hermanians via comms line and then answers, "No, I don't think so. Anyone who survives has fled. You know, we can escape too. There's no reason to keep defending the city when it's just a bunch of buildings at this point." Techno thinks about it for a moment, then starts building withers. "No, we need to try and take down Lickfold. Right here, right now. And I'll do everything I can to make sure that happens." At that, he finishes the first wither, which gravitates toward Lickfold and begins to attack. He gets to work constructing multiple more. If there's no one left in the city, the withers will have no one else to hunt but the enemy. Lickfold shoots at... Oh, that's your line. My bad. I got really
Lickfold
into
shoots
it.
at the wither. Lickfold shoots at the wither with his laser eyes.
The wither dies. That's not even how you spell laser.
I don't know.
Actually,
Closer.
Actually, you know what? I
Fair.
think that is a fine alternate spelling. It's just most people would use S, but whatever. The wither dies, but not before hitting him with a full projectile. As Techno creates more and more withers, they crowd around Lickfold and fire at him, serving as an effective distraction. I like how... Why didn't
Lickfold
we do
tries
this
to-
earlier?
Yeah.
Maybe he thought he could beat him. I don't know.
I mean,
You think you
guess,
could
but
beat
it's
someone if you
Lickfold.
have like 5 bodies on them.
That's true, but it is also
hello.
Lickfold.
Lickfold attempts to break free from the ice.
I mean, to be fair, the last time Techno fought Lickfold, he wasn't quite as powerful, and he actually was able to fight on like decently equal footing for a bit. So I
Yeah.
don't think he expected that much of a power increase.
Yeah.
By God, we're doing it!
Maybe so.
Danny exclaims as he intensifies his song and weakens Lickfold further. We're overwhelming him! Techno continues to land hits on Lickfold with every opportunity he gets, and 3 out of 5 helps him. Claire and Mike continue taking shots, and at last, the outcome of the battle seems hopeful.
Suddenly, beams of light begin emanating from Lickfold's mouth.
That doesn't look good, Mike begins.
He rears his head back and unleashes a devastatingly loud cult scream, firing a brilliant beam of light into the sky.
Because he can just do that.
It's just
Why
another
not?
sonic attack. Everyone has a sonic attack.
Right.
Yeah,
He just has more aura.
What
Lickfold just has more aura when he does it.
What the fuck? Claire exclaims. Somehow the withers crowding around Lickfold are just fucking vaporized on the spot.
In
What else
addition
can they
to glass,
do?
in addition to glass, concrete, and drywall on surrounding buildings, causing steel frames to be all that is left of a good chunk of the city.
Cult screams can't melt steel beams.
Fucking
3805's ice shields are the only saving grace for him and Techno, but they're still launched back incredibly far. 3805's
514 was an
body is
inside
nearly
job.
completely shattered. He does survive, but he has to slowly refreeze himself as a good portion of him has been melted to a puddle.
Lickfold breathes heavily as he recovers. He kicks up a dust cloud to dust cloud.
A dust cow.
limit his enemies-
You can do it.
Not the
Dust
dust.
cloud.
Not the dust cow.
To
Holy
limit
the
his
fuck.
dust
enemies'
cow.
visibility. To limit his enemy's visibility as he gathers himself.
If you milked a dust cow, would it produce dust milk?
It better not be a Highland
The
dust
fuck
cow.
is- Like powdered milk.
Damn. Powdered milk. Yeah, we got Dawn Power once we got the protein shake, now we got powdered milk.
The dust cow. I mean, do we want the dust? The dust. I mean, what would you rather take your chances with? The dust cow, the Lickfold bear, the bureaucrat dinosaurs, the Nazi bees. I mean, it's a whole selection.
The Lickfold bear.
No, Lickfold is the bear. He's a homosexual, remember?
I
What
mean,
does a bear have to do with?
oh,
I
do you
don't
not
know,
know
but
this?
figure it out.
No what?
Okay, this is basically just a slang term for like a gay guy who's like extremely like buff and large and hairy, I guess.
Yeah, so what he says. Knew what it meant, just not the word.
It's like the opposite of twink. I mean,
Right.
you know what I mean when I say twink, but whatever.
Yeah, I know. That was
Can you define twink, actually?
Like a small, kind of feminine sort of guy.
I knew what I meant, I just wanted you to say it.
Yeah, of course you fucking did.
fucking weirdo.
Techno slams into a building with such force that his armor partially breaks and becomes ragged, and he breaks several bones at once. Danny, Mike, Claire, and everyone else are less injured, but still knocked off their feet. Techno coughs up blood and struggles to get back to his feet.
I like how he was more injured by this than the Novasi.
That's true.
Piccolo begins walking towards Techno, still breathing somewhat heavily.
How is he still aura farming?
I
Techno
don't know,
manages to
man.
eat a gapple, and its effects start to seep in, but he's still greatly injured.
Piccolo breathes as deeply as he can to speed up his recovery.
Techno stands defiantly with his sword, ready to block whatever attack Lickfold will send his way. This is just aura farm. This is just the aura farm off.
Basically, I mean,
Do your
what else
worst,
are you gonna call
false
it? No?
god. I will never surrender to you. Never! The two of them face down each other. In the midst of this burning, smoldering city, the sounds of battle almost completely faded as the last of the Hermanian forces had been already retreated.
I'm debating if I want to do the black metal voice.
Well,
I'm not going to do it.
A can do it.
Okay.
Where are we?
You're
Lickfold,
the black
line.
metal. You were right.
Sorry, I was. Right. Well, hang on. Fuck, sorry, I was working on something else because I didn't have anything to say.
That's fine. That's fine.
What did you
It
say
starts
again?
with
The
"You
last
were
line?
right, Blade."
You were right, Blade. I found it.
You're right, Blades. I am but one gods. Last your repugnant eyeballs will ever witness.
Piccolo smacks Techno to the floor with the flat of his cleaver.
Techno manages to block the blow with his sword, but it gets knocked out of his hands and he goes falling to the ground. He struggles to pull himself back up, to no avail.
Piccolo leans the sword against the steel beam and stomps on it, snapping it. He then walks back towards Techno, dangling the hilt with about half the blade still attached in front of his face.
Techno tries to muster his energy to search his inventory for one of his backup weapons, but the pain holds him back as he's still on the ground and unable to even stand, the effects of the gapple not yet fully kicking in.
Piccolo waves the broken sword ever closer to Techno.
You. Techno simply spits at Lickfold, as that's all he can manage to do right now. Then he tries to snatch what's left of his sword.
Piccolo grabs Techno's forearm with his cleaver hand and folds it on itself.
Techno
Damn.
yelps out in pain. Ah!
I don't even know how he would do that. His hand is probably like the size of Techno's forearm.
That's true.
Yeah, probably.
He just
Like,
uses one
well,
of his
that's-
fingers. Like, he just
He
uses his
just
pinky.
grabs it with like this finger and his thumb and just
Real
Why
shit.
not? You know.
to aura farm even more. Piccolo lets out a bellowing guffaw.
Techno
As-
stares down Lickfold
as
with an
opposed to regular.
unflinching rage. Believing these to be his last moments, he takes some solace in the knowledge that he and Phil may be reunited soon, but otherwise he remains filled with utter contempt.
Piccolo draws back his claws to ram them through Techno's chest.
Techno waits for the final blow that will end his life.
Murderfist suddenly jumps and uses the spine of his sword to attempt to strangle Lickfold, and fire meets on one of the gouges in his armor with a rebar. Apparently,
By
he
now-
lost his sword.
By now, Danny has gotten back to his feet, and he begins playing his song again to disorient Lickfold. Claire and Mike take shots at him. because that's really helpful. And 3805, who has finally managed to reform himself, slides down an ice slide and lands a hit on Lyckvold, further putting pressure on him.
Guys.
Don't die on it. Oh, that's Scottish. Don't die on us yet, Techno, my laddie. Danny shouts. We got your back. You still have a duty to this world, after all.
Lyckvold thrashes around, trying to throw everyone away.
As Techno finally feels the effects of the latest scalpel setting in, he chugs another one for good measure, feeling new energy course through him. He searches his inventory and finds his main backup weapon, the Axe of Peace, wielding it with his unbroken arm. With all the might he can muster, he returns to his feet, runs at Lyckvold, and then runs up him, knocking him backward with a tremendous blow from the axe.
Perfect keeps trying to strangle Lyckvold.
He pearls up to where Danny is, or Techno pearls up to where Danny is and formulates his final plan, hoping he will be able to take Lyckvold down once and for all. 3805, freeze him to the ground again. Now! 3805 does
Fucker sticks his gun into the mechanism of Lyckvold's cleaver and mag dumps it, breaking the cleaver.
3805 does
I think I did this because everyone kept
Lyckvold's
forgetting that
feet
the
to
cleaver was a chainsaw. So I just figured, why not make him not have the cleaver chainsaw?
3805 does as he's told, freezing Lyckvold's feet to the ground.
Plague Fucker's antics also break his gun. Lyckvold snarls in rage.
Claire and Mike keep the pressure on him so he doesn't break free, along with Murderfist and Plague Fucker. Techno turns to Danny. Danny, use your bagpipe powers to sonic blast me forward. I'm going to slice his head clean off.
Lyckvold drops the cleaver as it won't do him any good anymore.
Danny turns to Lyckvold with a sadistic expression. I had hoped it wouldn't have to come to this, but do as you must. This
allows Plague Fucker to attempt to hold him back to little avail.
Techno proceeds to leap off the roof of the building as Danny sonic blasts him forward right at Lyckvold's neck. Face the Axe of Peace! Techno yells at the top of his lungs as he's propelled right into Lyckvold and slams the axe into his neck.
Lyckvold attempts his sonic cold scream again, but is cut off by the blow to his trachea.
He's continuously pushed forward by the sonic blast from the bagpipe, forcing the axe deeper and deeper into Lyckvold's flesh. The axe lights on fire as it also has fire aspect, and Techno's rage only adds to the flames.
Lyckvold attempts to lean back to get the axe out, but Plague Fucker props him up with steel beams.
Your reign of terror ends here, Lyckvold. This is where it all comes crashing down.
Lyckvold stares Techno in the eyes.
After all the lives you've taken, all the people you've scarred, you thought yourself a deity who could never be felled, and yet, deep down, you are no less mortal than the rest of us. I like how he has time to do this whole monologue in the middle of this.
Yeah.
This is peak anime bullshit.
Lyckvold's neck is just that thick that it takes the axe that long to get through.
Real. For Phil and all the other innocent people you and your gore slurperist allies have killed, I will slay you, foul beast, and your head will come off just like anyone's would. As he screams, he sinks the Axe of Peace deeper and deeper, determined to kill Lyckvold once and for all.
It's then he hears a humming noise. He looks up to see Lyckvold's eyes glowing up
Holy
white.
fuck. Hero Brian.
Holy shit, Sans Undertale.
No.
Oh my god.
Don't hit his
It's
glow
Golden
like blue,
Freddy.
though. It's Golden Freddy.
Golden Freddy.
Techno's eyes widen in horror. He thinks fast and makes a split-second decision, removing the axe from Lyckvold's neck just in time to block what comes next.
The lasers slam into the axe, sending Techno flying.
He flies with so much force that he hits Danny, knocking him back and cutting off the bagpipe song.
Lyckvold then manages to shake Murderfist off, who knocks the steel beams over.
3805 tries to freeze Lyckvold even more aggressively to keep him in place.
Lyckvold backhands Plague Fucker into a building and telekinetically lifts a chunk of ground and throws it at 3805.
3805 blocks it with an ice shield just in time, but also gets knocked back and loses focus on freezing Lyckvold. Techno gets back to his feet, but his momentary energy burst has faded, and he knows it's not possible to win this fight anymore. He tosses stacks of ender pearls to Mike, Claire, and Danny. Wait, we're leaving? Mike asks. I thought you said we'd defend this place to the end.
Lickwold falls to one knee with exertion as his back heals.
There's nothing left to defend, Techno points out. The people have fled and the battle is over. That was our one chance to take him down, and I failed. So we must go and live to fight another day. Techno looks at Lickwold, furious. Mike nods and passes along the Ender Pearls to Plague Fucker and Murder Fist by tossing them to him.
Lickwold looks up at Techno and stands up.
Techno hurls some, being careful not to use them, at 3805 as well. I don't know how you distinguish between hurling an Ender Pearl and using an Ender Pearl.
Yeah.
Didn't they have to use like anti-Ender Pearl gloves in order to use this or something?
I think so, yes.
Did they? Damn.
I
then
remember
meets
there being like
Lickwold's gaze.
anti-Ender Pearl gloves.
He then meets Lickwold's gaze threateningly. This is not over, and it will never be. Not until you are dead.
Lickwold replies,
I thought not.
At that, Techno pearls away, followed by his allies.
Lickwold stands alone in a gallery of devastation.
They repeatedly pearl until they're out of Lickwold's range and eventually reach a
Okay, you
Hermione
can drop it now.
evacuation
If
team.
you're still playing it.
They get out onto the helicopters and fly off into the night sky, defeated. Techno stares out at Lickwold, who has become a distant speck now as they leave. He hates that he couldn't finish Lickwold then and there, that he failed, that he faltered and couldn't fulfill his ultimate duty. But he knows he must fight on and try again one day. Phil, I'm sorry. I won't let you down again. And just like that, Albuquerque falls, with no one left but Lickwold and his armies.
Lickwold sighs as a portal appears next to him. He takes one last look at the battlefield before striding through it. Los Pollos Hermanos, all but defeated,
I
the
feel
Solarians
like-
turn their attention to
I feel like
these rebel factions.
I feel like that's a good point to end it, honestly.
Yeah.
Unless you guys want to...
You think so?
Unless you guys want to
No,
continue,
alright.
but like I'm personally feeling kind of tired.
That's a good endpoint.
It's a great
That's pretty
endpoint. It's good that we got the Albuquerque fight in there. I didn't sleep super well last night, and I do have a lot going on this weekend, so I should probably not stay up terribly late. I should probably get some
Yeah,
rest.
get some snoozing.
Yeah. That's what I'm
Or we could
saying.
do like a couple hundred more messages and get to the Lickwold and Sparkle deal.
Nah, I think I'm good.
Nah.
Alright, everyone, thanks for watching. Bye.
See you next time.